I don't know what I just did. I pressed a button. I know I'm not muted. That part I did right. I don't know what just happened though. I think I fixed it. I'm not gonna worry about it. Anyway, hi. It's Monday, and that means it's Trusting Fate tonight. For those of you, thank you so much for making sure I'm not muted. I am doing slightly better than I did last week, and I think that is a huge win for me. So yeah, this is Homebrews and Homebodies. This is a channel that I helped to create. And I'm running my first solo show over here. So I'm very excited about it. There's not like a ton to like bring up in the beginning this time around. I will drop this in there one more time. I know I've done it twice, so if you've seen it, I'm so sorry. We do Streamloots cards here, and if you were a person that bought Streamloots cards for Into the Darkroom, you have been gifted cards for this stream instead, for whatever wasn't redeemed for that show. So please feel free to go get those if you don't have them. And if you do want Streamloots cards, the link is right there. They're basically just like playable cards like you would have in any game ever. But for our game, it gives the players adversity tokens. They're going to need a lot by the end of this episode. I'm just going to be like very upfront about it. They're gonna need a lot by the end of this episode. So if you feel like helping them, I would urge you to do that way. They're the most common cards you can find, so you should be able to do it. We do have, they're craftable too. Yes, Jenna, they are very craftable. Oh, see, and somebody already has played another one for Candace. It will be used tonight, I promise. But other than that, like, that's kind of like the long and short of the important things. The only other show that we have this week is actually not going to happen. So we normally have Root on Wednesdays. Kylie's booked to be on a podcast, so we have to be dark this week, which means that you get to see us with the Otters again next Wednesday. I'm so very sorry you have to wait. I'm sad we do too. I want to be with the Otters constantly. But we are going to have like a really cool show tonight, and you will have like a whole cast worth of shows to watch for the rest of the week, because I'm going to ask everybody what they're doing, because I have really cool fucking friends. Oh, and we're a spicy channel. I say fuck a lot. Fair warning. But that is it, I think. I am gonna watch Siren Squad, Jenna. I will be around to watch, I promise. But yeah, I'm gonna play a trailer, and then we're gonna go to our cast, and then we're gonna see what happens tonight, because I may or may not have told them before stream that something in somebody's backstory has caused things to happen. I'm just gonna leave it there. I don't think that there's any problem in that. I told them not to worry. So, don't y'all worry either. But, we're gonna do that. So, be back in a minute. I fixed it. I am so good at my
You got
job.
it.
Sort of. Did that fix it, Jenna? Okay, thank you. Just making sure.
Yeah,
I got very
I can hear
scared
all
there
of us.
for a second. Very cool. Hi, so these are my really talented friends I told you about earlier. Aren't they so cool? So I'm gonna, before we jump into everything, obviously, I will do, no, we're gonna do it this way. Everybody introduce yourself and like the quick recap on your character and what you look like. For those that were not here last week, I'll give like a brief recap of what happened and then I'll start us right in because we're basically gonna start right where we stopped in that moment. So that'll be perfect. So does anybody want to go first, or am I rolling a dice like I did last?
That was
I'll be brave.
Okay,
brave.
love it. Be brave.
Hi, I'm Candace, also known as Candace the Magnificent. My pronouns are they. I know that. And I am playing Sybilline Brunson, I believe also they, she, in the House Yexari. I have a little bear symbol for my person in the house that they are in. And I arrived after making a horrible mess of my room. It's organized chaos, so calm down. And my little sweetie Amity, who's a little fennec fox, helped me find all my stuff. And I brought it to my school and I met up with my friends in the hallway and it was really awesome. And then there were a bunch of stickers that I gave out because that's important to show people, positive reinforcement. And then I was nervous to talk to really pretty teachers and let my friend go into a dark hallway by themselves. Feeling good about it.
Fantastic.
Choices were made.
I'll be almost as brave as Candace.
I love that.
Sweet. Hi, my name's Trout. My partner Adam and I make Trixie Wizard comics, but just Trout's mine. I play Vole Kaigan, who is in my house it just blanked. Is it Marilyn?
Marline, yep.
How do you say? Thank God. Okay, I'm in Marilyn house. It means I'm bold and brash. I am a pretty quiet, broody member of the squad, but pretty lovable and loyal to my friends. I say a lot of cryptic stuff, and a lot of weird stuff happens in my brain. If you were here last week, there were some choo-choos that made me feel weird. And let me think. I have black hair. I have a little double nose piercing. I'm very pale. I don't look like I've ever slept in my life. And I have a little black Pomeranian with a white nose named Eddie, who is my bosom companion and most loyal friend, even though this gang is great. Poor little Eddie can't bark, but he's full of heart. And my pronouns, Trouts, are they and them, and so are Voles. And last session, when I heard the train a coming, I got to say some weird cryptic stuff and scare Derryth, and I cast a spell to protect my friends' minds from magic, which felt pretty cool. That's about where I'm at. I don't know what's going on with the mysteries that Cera heard. It sounds above table very dangerous. That's all I have.
Perfect.
I can go next.
Yeah.
All right. Hi, everybody. My name is Hina. I go by GM Hina over on twitch.tv/GM Hina. My pronouns are they, she, and I play Cera Silverleaf. Pronouns are they, them. And Cera is Sunflower Cottagecore cutie who's just a ray of infinite sunshine, an infinite mom friend. And yeah, Cera is very social, has a lot of people that enjoy to spend time with them, but these are the besties. So they are very protective of the besties, and they want to make sure that their besties are taken care of and kept safe. And they heard something that was pretty spooky, and they're not excited for that. So a little spooky. That's it.
And I guess that leaves me. Hi, I'm Vanessa. I am one of the co-founders of Femme Gamer Party, and tonight I will be playing Derryth Gold, who is just a little bit spacey and really doesn't know what's going on 90% of the time. She's just kind of excited that people are being nice to her at all, and she's really just more interested in the trees and her owl, Morale, who is like her best buddy. But she's just excited to have friends. But she doesn't really know what that means, so it's just like people that are nice to her. She thinks.
Interest, trees, owl, friends.
Yes.
I love that.
Really, it's the whole list. Do you need more than that? Do you need more than trees,
No,
owl, and friends?
It is also my interests, so I really get it.
She goes off on lots of tangents and doesn't really know how to talk to people, so a lot of times she'll just start talking about weird stuff, and everyone's like, man, you're weird, you need to shut up. And she's like, no.
We would never say that to you.
Never.
We'll let you
No.
sit
That's
here
why
and
you're
talk
my
about whatever
friend.
weird shit for as long as you want.
Wait, who said that? Show me where they are.
Yeah.
We'll fight.
Sounds like they want to be a toad for the day.
I don't like to be everywhere. I don't know if we can fight the world, but I'm gonna try.
I will try my damnedest. And then there's me. Hi, I'm Mallory. I'm your game master tonight, and for the foreseeable future of the series. And tonight, last week I wore red for Wary, and tonight I wore orange for Marlon. And I'm sure you can figure out what pattern that's going to go in by the end of the season, but I'm really excited about it. So thank you so much for all the Streamloots cards that are already coming in. Derryth is already up to 11 adversity tokens.
Hooray!
There's a good chance they may need all of them by the time this is done.
No,
Throw that one out
hooray!
there. It's fine. I'm sure it's fine. I wouldn't worry about anything. I am such a nice GM. I would cause no harm to any of you ever. Wouldn't worry about it. So, last time, because I did promise Jenna a quick recap up at the top since Jenna gets to be with us tonight. We met our 4 students. So Bradera Magistery for the Arcane Arts has now come back for its new term. It is supposed to be the last term of this year for them, specifically one where they should be taking their Fates exams. They all did their little vignettes of getting to meet everybody, which was extremely cute. We also met their familiars. And everybody got to school for arrival day. So now after their first meeting sort of in the grand hall with all the other students, getting to talk to Headmaster Watkins again for the first time and meeting our 2 newest faculty members, who are Isla and Adara Breville, who are acting as co-deputy headmistresses for the school beginning this term. This is their very first sort of days here. And in our last moments, Derryth heard a lot of pounding on glass from the windows, specifically the Marline window, but all of the windows, at least to Derryth, sounded that way. Vole could hear nothing over the sound of train whistles. And then we had Cera interact with the twins, only to kind of find that they seem a little spooked that you 4 are so close to them and trying to speak to them and everything else. Before they went into a door that could have been there before. Don't remember it being there, but it could have been there before. And Cera used the eavesdropping spell that Sybilline taught them to listen into a conversation that essentially explained that the twins definitely did not expect to see these 4, at least not this soon, and that they think maybe 2 weeks is the best that they've got before some sort of mystery event happens, though they definitely did not explain. Axel, who is one of the professors there, or Professix Axel, I couldn't have made that harder to say, but it sounds really cool, and so I'm gonna make myself do it right, was in there with them, and also does not seem to have the depth of the situation, but knows these 4, which is why they are being spoken to about it. And that's where we left it, with 2 weeks on the clock. And on their pocket watches, everybody's carrying their Bradera pocket watch. These 4 now have a pocket watch that has stopped at 1 o'clock. Every other student still works, just as it's supposed to. But these 4 pocket watches are stopped at 1 o'clock. So that's where we are going to start in tonight. And our first order of business is that Cera did not tell anybody. So I'm going to ask now, do you want to tell them now? Or are you waiting to see what happens next?
I think Cera wants to meet back up with everyone and kind of just quietly say, I think it might be best if we find a more private area to speak about some stuff I heard.
Is somebody listening?
Let's make sure they're not. I hide a lot at this school. I don't really go to class. Can I take everyone somewhere very hidden?
I love that for you, actually. I'm gonna make it a grit roll. If it was anybody else, the DC would be higher, but you don't go to class, and I am convinced that Vole probably knows like every secret passageway the school has to offer. So I'm gonna go with it's like a 7 to find like a quiet room that nobody's in, and if you beat it by 5, I'll give you like an extra great place.
Now, to be super wheel and dealy, I get to add my magic to grit when I'm protecting my friends, and it sounds like that's what I'm doing.
That
right
is
now.
exactly what you're doing. I'll totally let you do that +6.
All right, so that is 6 for the die and 2. I got a 7. I got an 8, all told.
Perfect. An 8 will totally get you what you need. You all kind of like start to go down the hallway. All of these kids are headed towards their respective common rooms at this point because you all are supposed to have a meeting pretty soon. But as you're headed kind of down the hallway, there is one classroom that has been long abandoned, not because it's like something bad happened there or anything. It is literally just they've had no use for it. It was kind of like a old, like dueling classroom where they would like teach defensive and offensive magic, but you all have sort of grown to doing that out in the courtyard now, so you have more room. And there was that one time that one kid accidentally blew a hole in the ceiling, and so they were like, maybe outdoors where there is no ceiling is maybe the fix to that. But now you can head your way on in there, and as you all are going through the door, a voice comes on kind of over the loudspeakers that don't exist. It is sort of just this magical booming voice that acts as what the announcements would be. And essentially says that common room meetings have been postponed until further notice.
Interesting. Right.
Oh, I don't like that.
No, I don't either. So, this place is safe? We should be okay?
It will be as soon as I shut the door and I pull the shade down and I run over to the chalkboard and I flip it around because there's a ton of writing on it, like someone doing lines, like writing the same phrase over and over again, and it looks like I forgot to clean this up last semester. So I will just flip that sucker around. And,
I would like to know if, seeing as how I one of the things that Cera and I have as a bond is that I taught them an eavesdropping spell. In this magical world, do spells work backward as well? So if I know an eavesdropping spell, does it stand to reason that I might also know like a dampening spell so that people around us can't hear?
Yeah. I'll let you cast for it if you want it.
Okay. When I roll magic, am I supposed to roll an additional die with it?
Yes.
Because it says something about a magic die.
Yeah, it's a
and last time.
D4.
A D4, not a D6? Okay.
97% sure it's a D4. Yeah.
Okay. Where are you, D4? I know that you're here. Ha! Okay. So What do I have to roll? I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna make it grit, probably.
Grit?
Yeah. It's like a survival-ish type of spell, or at least it is for students.
And do I add my magic die?
Mhm.
And does it explode as well?
Yes.
6. Wait. 6.
Perfect. I will. Yeah, I'll say that works. It's not a huge room by any means, or at least you all don't need the whole room silenced. You all just need you all essentially. So I'll say a 6 can definitely do the job.
I think I like take my wand out and I do like a little like I try to draw like a little cloud, and then I cast it at the door and like at the windows and stuff, and you see like little like animation looking kind of like rainbow iridescent like outlines of like insulation foam, but like little clouds like in little spots to close up all the gaps where people can hear. I just don't want to take a risk. I mean, it seems this is like
Oh no, I appreciate that. You're gonna have to teach me that one.
it's just the opposite of the thing that you do. So instead you go like right, you go left this time. Like you go like back around, and instead of the ear, you draw a little cloud or like whatever you're imagining in your head, and then it goes.
I'll have to try that. I'll have to try that. All right,
That's so
Sarah.
good. What do you know? We
Okay,
started doing
I
lots
know.
of
I
pointing
get
and
it.
hand motions.
Everyone's okay. I need everyone to remain calm as I tell you all. So, one, we all know that when I started talking to them, they all knew your names without me even bringing that up, which was weird. Number one, and then I did the spell you taught me, where I kind of eavesdropped a little bit in the door. They said that we all look like some people, and that something was going to be happening in like 2 weeks, and it was not a good time.
Were they that cryptic? Did they say anything of note?
I mean, it wasn't really that helpful. They seemed very upset, the two deputy headmasters. So,
They knew our names already.
well, yeah. When I went up to talk with them and offer my welcome wagon, they said that they would probably be talking to all of us, and they named you all by name. And when I spoke with you before about it, I kind of said like, well, maybe they're either looking into me a lot because I was recommended to them for some strange reason, but also they could be looking into each one of us, and especially if we all look like someone from before.
They said they named you and your friends, and you
Right.
have so many friends. We aren't the
Right.
only people that you like.
That's the point. I mean, you all are my besties, 100%.
You use the eavesdropping spell on professors?
Yeah. Is that not what? Is that bad?
I am so impressed with you.
Oh, well, thank you. I mean, I just was worried about y'all. I don't want them to do anything to y'all. You're my besties.
I like hook my arm in Derryth, and I'm just like quivering with excitement. Like,
I know. You always follow the rules. I'm surprised.
Was that against the rules?
Absolutely, but it was a good rule to break, especially if they're talking
Oh.
about us behind closed
Cera
doors.
looks very concerned.
we're not going to tell
No.
anybody.
Yeah, you're not going to be in trouble or anything. Well, unless they find out, in which case you
Oh.
might be in trouble. But that's not going to happen. Well,
We're not
it
gonna
might
tell
happen, but that's not the point.
Sarah, like every time you go, like maybe no, maybe not. Like it's like a little hope. Oh no, a little hope. Oh no, 100%.
I will kind of
Fine.
slide up like the shadow behind you, and as long as Sarah's comfortable with it, I would take your hand and like squeeze it and say like, the four of us are shoulder to shoulder. If they're gonna come for us, they're gonna get all of us together. And if they really want to cause a fuss, then maybe they could explain themselves first.
That's fair, especially with how scary that was that they all knew all your names. I just don't like it
We're
that my
shoulder to
friends could be in
shoulder where?
danger.
I go stand next to Cera and put my shoulder on hers.
Yeah. If they,
Stand kind of-
what I'm saying is if they try to call us into any meeting, if they try to make us go to the office or leave class, we should all try and make sure that we're together. Let's not let them separate us. If there's really something dangerous coming or listening or watching us, then listen, I don't know exactly what happened to bring us all together, but we are friends, and you've said you love me, and that means a lot to me. So they're not going to do anything to you if I have anything to say about it.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Question. Could we... Okay, I want to try... Derryth definitely has a pocket full of rocks. I would like to try... Is it too much? Is it too OP to try to turn some rocks into like almost like a panic button?
I love this. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
I will
So
let
smart.
you get away with a lot at my table, just like as an overarching thing. If it's cool, I'll probably let you do it.
Because I feel like Derryth is the kind of person who is always looking for stuff on the ground. She's like, oh, that's a cool stick. That's a cool rock. And if she could fit it in her pocket, then she's gonna, or her bag, she's gonna do that. So I feel like she's got a pocket full of rocks or a sack full of rocks somewhere. And she's gonna pull them out and she's gonna try to enchant them so that like if you push on it or like grab it hard, it'll like warm up the other rocks in our hands and or pockets so that we'll be able to like feel it.
I like it. What did you pick as your classes? Is this something you would like be good at from class, or is this something that Derryth is just making up?
She's probably just... So I have astronomy, magical creatures, and divination. So probably not.
Okay,
this
so
is
probably
like a transmutation thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well then I'm gonna say... I'm gonna make it sort of like Vole's was for episode 1, so it'll be tiered. So you're trying to make 4? Right? One for each of you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say that if you... Especially because it's a class you don't have. 7 for... 5 for your first one, 10 for your second one, 15 and 20, and I'll do the same scaling because technically I don't think Vole is in a class that would let them protect themselves from one specific entity that they ran into a very long time ago.
Okay. Which stat?
I'm gonna... I'll let you pick either brains or grit.
Okay. I'll do grit. I am surprisingly tenacious. Okay. First one. I got a 7.
Okay.
Okay, second one. Nope, got a 4.
Okay.
So I did 1.
Okay. There you go.
Third one. That's a 12.
Okay.
So can I use 3 of my adversity tokens to pass that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Go for it. You literally have like 11. So.
Oh wait, I'm supposed to add a D4 to that, aren't I?
Yes, you are. Yeah, you've got to match.
Shit.
Try that again one more time before.
Okay.
Well,
okay. So first one. Okay, second one was a 7.
Okay.
Plus 3 is 10.
Okay.
Okay, and then the last one I got a 12 plus 2, so that's 14. So I guess I only need 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so shit. All right, last one. Nope. So I only make 3.
Okay. So now here's my question: Who gets them? One of you will not have one. Who doesn't get it?
They get them. I'm not taking it.
Okay.
Derryth, you ought to take one.
No, this is what I'm gonna do. I don't think this is a roll, but I'm gonna pretend like I made 4. And I'm going to give them to you guys, and I'm gonna like. So I pull out a pouch of stones, and I take my wand, and I'm kind of like, close my eyes, and you watch as the bag kind of like glows for a second, but you can't actually see what happens in it, so you don't know that there's only 3. And I'm gonna pull out the 3 that I made, and then a 4th one, and they all look like rocks. They're all just rocks, like small, probably like river rocks, kind of. And I'm gonna hand the 3 to you guys, and I'm gonna say, okay, if we get pulled into anything or anywhere that we feel like we need to let each other know, and you just want to be like real quiet about it, if you just push down on the stone and it'll warm up in everybody else's pocket or wherever you keep it. I would recommend a pocket. but you could like keep it in your shirt, I guess, if you want. I'm not gonna judge you. Anyway, it'll warm up, and we'll be able to know if we need help.
What if you butt dial?
I wouldn't put it in your back pocket.
Put it in my fronties.
I'm gonna start just kind of like casually, like I always keep my wand tucked where the missing ring finger is, so I kind of hold the wand a little weird, and I just start like waving it casually in black cord. I want to start like sort of swimming out of it, so we can maybe make them pendants. Would that work?
Love that. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm not even making you roll for it.
We
That's
definitely
just
feel them
cool.
too, because they'd be on around our necks, so that would be good.
Oh, and then you can't put them on your butt.
It's probably for the
That's
best.
No butt dialing. There you go.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't want a false alarm. It's important that we,
No, that's fair. That's fair and valid. That's fair and valid.
Yeah,
I keep
that would
my
be.
friends close to my heart, and then I'll pass cord out to everybody.
Thanks, Vole.
And occasionally, your butt. No, right?
I mean, I think
Occasionally,
I love
Somebody's
this
gotta
as you
watch your
pick
butt.
up your butt. And you
my
go,
butt.
huh.
And I like literally attribute the quote to Derryth in the journal.
They are pleased as fudge.
So, I do have a question though. I was going to see Professor Cadence. I shouldn't tell her anything, huh?
I mean, it seems like they're trying to keep secrets from us. So if you tell Professor Cadence that, like, we know the secret, it can't be that easy, right? We can't just ask.
Yeah, but and what if she knows something? And if she knows that you know, I don't know.
I think the best thing to do when someone clearly knows more about something than you is to wait and see what they do next. Don't let them know you have an advantage.
That's fair enough. Okay. I'll be careful not to do that then. I feel
If
weird
li-
though. 'cause
If
I won't
lying to
be here,
Professor
y'all.
Cadence, if it's going to cause you physical pain to lie to a teacher, you can tell Professor Cadence you know. I wouldn't ask you to do something that is traumatic for you.
Or you can take me. I'm not embarrassed to lie to teachers. It's not a big deal.
It's sometimes the best thing to do, to be honest.
Well, if I don't have to lie, I'll try my best not to lie. And if I do have to lie, I can lie. It's not my favorite activity, and I'll probably write in my journal about it after. But I will to keep us all safe. I will lie. Maybe I will do my best.
With permission, I think Sybilline puts their arm on your shoulder, like around your shoulder, and just like pats you, like, you
Thank you.
darling, it'll be
Thank
okay.
I'll do my best.
No one ever doubted that, Cera. It's gonna be all right.
It'll be okay as long as you all be safe. Well, especially since you all are gonna probably see them more than I am.
Just I think I told you all. I did cast a ward on our minds just in case there's any prying magic at play here. I don't know if they're gonna cast on us, but we've at least got something now between the stones and that spell. I don't know. I don't know how long it's gonna hold up, but you got it, just in case. And if anyone hears any more pounding on windows, please tell me.
Yeah,
I'll try and re-up
that
it.
is weird that we didn't hear that.
I didn't hear it either.
But you heard something else?
Yeah, it was nothing.
Oh.
I was it's not important. Don't worry
Of
about
course,
it.
it's important.
Well, I mean, if you don't feel comfortable talking about it, that's fair and valid. But also, if you do need to talk,
Nah. I was just having a bad daydream. It's really fine. I think the pounding on the windows is the more prudent thing because we haven't heard that sound before. This was just me, lost in my own head. You know how I get.
I will move into my bag and I will pull out a little candy and I will put it into Vole's hand and just press it into their hand a little bit and go, "It's just there if you need it. That's all."
Like
My
me.
ear, I mean, and also the candy.
I will write just out loud. Attempt to be candy.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
What kind of candy is this? Because I might just dig it.
I I feel like they have so many different types of candy. What would Vole's favorite be?
Wow.
They're
That's
that
a big
type.
question. I think. Wow, what a pull. I think Vole is God, what would they like? Probably something not too sweet. I think Vole is more like kind of a earthy, down home, low sugar sort of person. So
like a dark chocolate or a coffee candy kind of thing.
That'd be perfect. Yeah.
I think
It's
that
like-
it would definitely be that.
The one thing they can't pass off to Eddie. Like, they have to eat it.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? That's fair. It's probably
Yeah.
it's definitely something chocolate then, so that they can't give it to anybody else.
All right.
Well, now that what do we do now that the meetings are canceled? That's weird. That is weird, right? This is weird.
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
You can't go anywhere. Like in the whole school, you should be able to go to like your common room. That's where everybody hangs
Well,
out.
I think we're able to go to our common rooms, but we're not having the meetings like we always do. Is that? I might be thinking that
I
differently.
don't know. Although, we should probably get to our common rooms because if we're gone for too long, then people are
That's
going to
fair.
notice. And then they're
Can
going
I-
to start to ask us questions, and then we'll have to answer their questions.
Right.
This is probably silly. Can we do
Well, there's no such thing.
the thing that we time out? I want to do the most Kingdom Heartsy thing ever.
Please do.
Hell yeah, let's go. Friendship.
Specifically when Roxas and friends eat the ice cream on the
Yes.
the rooftop.
Yes.
I want it to be a thing that Vole has asked their friends every semester for us to climb this really tall tree in the courtyard, and we all say the thing we hope for the most before we all leave again.
Yes. I love that.
I will simply pass away from how sweet everything is. You guys are so good.
I don't
We tried to bring wholesome back into this after the ending we got last week.
Yeah, but of course Vole's way of saying that is, could we do the thing before we leave?
Okay, absolutely.
It's important to me.
Yeah, absolutely. We can do that.
I'm gonna open the window to the abandoned classroom. Can we just sneak out the window on our brooms?
Yeah. Sure. Why not? Okay.
And the sound, the score swirls, and it's really cinematic.
Oh, yeah.
Aw.
I
Love
feel like
that.
you'd probably open the window and Sybilline would just throw themselves out, have their broom in their hands,
Oh,
and just be like,
unceremoniously.
just yeet themselves out the window, and then just be on their broom, yeah.
I will follow suit, but Vole absolutely does the most graceful backwards dive and will fall until the moment they shouldn't anymore, and then be on the broom.
Yep.
I don't know how stylish Cera would be. Cera's just probably on the broom out.
We all have to have a different jump. It's important to me.
Cera would probably then, if it's important to you, I will make sure to do it then. Cera would probably then step out and then side straddle the broom and fly. Yeah.
Oh, so fancy.
Fancy.
Mhm.
As
I
fancy
love that.
as they can make it.
How does Derryth jump?
It's important.
Oh, Derryth probably steps up to the window and does a sort of if you're mounting a horse from the ground, sort of like a running start, and then hops up on the broom. And Morel comes in over her shoulder and flies in front of her
That's
because he
nice.
loves it. He loves flying with her.
That's his-
Could I sneakily cast a spell while all my friends are doing their jumps?
You can certainly try.
Oh.
I would like to erase everything that was on the chalkboard I flipped over. Can I do that midair?
Yeah, I'll totally let you do that midair. Because I don't even know what's written on the chalkboard, I'm not going to ask you to tell me what it is. But unless you
I'll
just
send
want to
it
share
to
it
you.
outright.
I already
Send it to me. But whatever you whatever skill you associate with what you wrote is what I'll have you cast.
Oh,
with.
it's grit. It's
Beautiful.
such a grit move. Yeah. Okay,
I have
cool.
a feeling
What's
I know the wavelength of what's written on the board from what we've talked about for this character,
Yeah,
but
for
I would
sure.
still love for you to send it to me because I
It's
really wanna
coming.
know. Fantastic.
This journal looks bananas, just to let you all know.
I love it.
Okay, what's my difficulty on the grit roll?
I mean, it's a racing chalk. It's not like it's rocket science or anything. I'll go with like a 4.
I got a 7.
Great, you're fine. Everything
Great.
is gone. As like the last person, are you last jumping out the window, or who is last?
I think I went second, so there's a
Okay,
chance they saw me do
so-
this, but the board is flipped, so
I'm
who
gonna
knows?
go with they don't see you do it because you got higher than 4. It wasn't past, like it wasn't a 5+, but it was past it. So I'll say that they don't see you cast it, but Derryth will see like the particles of chalk fly through the air as they go out the window. So you know something was on
gone.
that board and it's not there anymore, but no one saw what it was.
All right.
And you all are headed to the courtyard? Is that what?
To our thinking tree where we'd say our dreams.
I love that so much. Because this is the first time you all have been outside, I would love to kind of give you the idea of what's out here, which is kind of everything. If you look in one direction, there's snow-capped mountains with like snow all over the ground, but if you look in the opposite directions, it's spring. Another direction, you see ocean as far as it goes, and in another, you are like in the middle of this like almost Grand Canyon looking place. No matter what direction you look in, you are somewhere different. And that is purely from the standpoint of the school's #1 concern being safety. So as much as, like, there is no address for Bradera, there is no, like, physical location to mail anything to, but as much as, like, the world doesn't know where Bradera is, you all don't either. There is no location that has ever been shared, and every time that you all come back, something looks different outside. But it always looks like this jumbled up sort of thing that you sit in now. But in the middle of the courtyard is currently spring, like cherry blossom spring. The biggest tree that you all normally sit in, they like kind of like are scattered about along the edges of the courtyard with stone walls that will lead you back into different parts of the school. But the biggest tree that you all always sit in is currently covered in cherry blossoms. And is definitely big enough for all of you to sit in, and probably like 4 or 5 other branches that could also hold multiple students. Like, this is maybe a tradition that Vole not only thought of, but like maybe kind of started, where like little first years after you all were like, oh, that's cool. And like the ones that are like in Professor Cadence's herbology classes were like, I think we can make it bigger, like just big enough for, we can probably try, it's fine. And so they would be good enough to make like a branch that could hold 4 first years who would be 9. So they're not super heavy. Like it would work fairly well. And then as they got older, they would kind of like watch Vole make the branches bigger and bigger and be like, okay, I can probably make ours bigger now.
Is it possible to add on to that, since
absolutely can.
I'm such a big student of Cadence,
Please
and I'm in the herbology class? Could I say that that was definitely like something that was in all of my notes, was how to make branches bigger? What
Yes.
like and
Aw.
like a lot of trial and error in their journal of like, what can we do? And they even like reached out to other students, and that's why it turned into like that kind of thing, maybe.
All of
Can
a
we
sudden,
say that, like, oh, I'm sorry.
please
I
go.
keep adding
no,
more.
please go.
Can it colloquially just in the school be called, like, the tree's name is Old Headmaster? Like, it's like the old professor.
Oh gosh.
Yes, 1000% yes. I feel like because Axel and Killian both teach out here quite a bit. One thing I did not mention about Bradera to the folks that weren't here last week. We go by art school rules here, which is everybody uses their first name, except for Professor Cadence. She's Professor Cadence, because you always have that one art teacher that doesn't let you do that. Or at least I did back in art school. But the Axel and Killian work out here a lot with their students, and they sort of saw the tree branches start to grow one day, and they were like, we're not going to question that. We don't teach herbology. This isn't our thing. As long as it doesn't take over the courtyard, who cares? And that's sort of like just how it goes. For right now, though, the courtyard isn't set up for classes or anything. It's kind of got like all these stone round tables kind of placed sporadically through grass with like little stone. It's not really like a porch, but like a stone platform that it sits on, and then the rounder table's in the middle. It's got 3 benches that sort of form a circle outside of it. And in the middle of each of the stone tables is like a little inlay of the main Bradera glass window, the one with the bee and the crest in the middle of it, lays in the middle of each of these tables. And then there's like a kind of open field for people that want to like practice casting or like run around with their familiars or like that sort of thing, along with like all the trees. So this is the biggest one. Old Headmaster's probably like it's probably like 30 feet tall. It's like super big. And all the other ones that sprinkle around it are probably anywhere from like 8 to 15. Like this one towers. Where would you all have put your branch? Like, do you all go all the way to the top of the tree?
I feel like we have to, right? If we started it, ours is probably up near the
That's
top.
probably true, yeah.
I'm racing to catch up to Sybilline. I want to be the first one up.
No.
Flight rolls. Flight rolls, both of you right now.
I was
Contested.
angling for it.
Contested flight rolls right now.
All right.
I mean, that's not terrible, but it's also not great.
I got a 9 on my D12 for flight.
A D12?
Yep.
I'm good at it.
Flight versus flight. What are you gonna do?
Whatever, I got a 3. I hope you're pleased with yourself, Vole.
I feel like
So
Derryth,
you-
if Derryth's
Because I
okay
did,
with
like,
it,
the
I'm just
fake-
usually flying but like next to Derryth as they're both racing.
Yep,
For a
you
second,
yeah.
can I please be like flying upside down, like reflecting, like being a reflection for Sybilline, just smiling, and then I'll like take off and zoom.
Oh yeah, no, you smile at Sybilline, and Sibylline's like, and like pulls up suddenly, and like lands in a branch, and then comes up to the top, and it's like, you win again.
I've got
Hope
this
you're
cool
happy.
Peter Pan energy, like when there's a smile in your heart, I'm like zooming.
I think that by the time Sibylline gets up there, like knowing that the other 2 were kind of like left in the dust, I think like they kind of light on a branch and are kind of just like perched next to you, and they like nudge you a little bit. You know, I mean, you know that I love that you always watch people. You know that I like your people watching and your journaling and your thing. The whole thing that you do is great, but you know, I've been watching you, and you don't look like you're having a very the best time, and it's just kind of early in the school year, and I just wanted to check in.
I'm doing okay. I'm really happy to see you. I probably didn't look like it when I got here. Had trouble finding my door.
Oh, I'm happy to see you too. It's really nice to hang out again. Last year was great, and this year will be great. And it's, you know, if you ever can't find your door, I'm sure you could put like a spell or something to show you where it is.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Are you? Your it looks like your heartbeat is.
A lot of things happened this summer. Lots of changes. My mom said that's that's normal. My parents said it's the others are coming. I'm just making sure you're
Just
okay.
flying next to Derryth. How do you think it's going? You think it's going okay over there?
Oh no.
Like
No, I
Sibylline is, like,
don't.
Sibylline is straight up talking to you about a mom that they do not have. They're
Yeah, I
like,
was about
you know,
to say, Sybilline doesn't
like-
have a mom.
It's you know, like my great aunt Hildy always says, you gotta keep your friends close. So,
Vole will scooch a little closer and write, "You've got to keep your friends close."
by the time I think you guys get there, Sybilline is still in this like weird crouch position, like clutching their broom and Amity to their chest, and their cheeks are like this burgundy color, like, and they're just like kind of like sort of leaning on Vole and like not looking at them at all, just looking straight ahead, like,
Is that comfortable?
yes,
Really? Because it looks like it would hurt your feet.
not at all. This is tremendous.
Too quick, Sib. Too quick. Too
I'm,
quick.
I'm trying to be like Morel.
Do you want me? I can
Oh.
move. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take up too much space. And
No, not at all.
I'll
This
move
is
away
perfect.
and give.
It's really okay. It's fine. There's lots of branch to the left of me. I'm just not using it.
Why not?
Oh dear.
I wanted to leave room for you guys, of course. We're doing the thing, right? We're asking me a lot of questions and not really doing the thing. And we're supposed to be going back to our common area soon, and we're taking a lot So-
Yeah, you're right. You're We're taking too long. I get it. We got it.
Yep.
Breathe.
Yeah.
I
Are
will.
you
I
not
will.
breathing?
I always breathe.
Vole
Yep.
has like been writing in their journal the entire time as you leaned on them, pretty unbothered and just kind of like very chill with everything, writing a little poem.
Yeah,
I will.
think
I will
that
sit across the way from them.
just like this, not looking at the poem at all.
I think Derryth is actually probably hovering on their broom with Morel like kind of just flying overhead like lazily in circles, and they're just kind of like chilling on their broom, and probably every so often they'll do something silly like flip upside down and hang on it by their knees.
Right. So who wants to get us started?
Well, Sybilline seemed pretty eager to start.
Oh,
Damn.
wow. What do we do? What are we doing? We gotta say the stuff that we like, what we want to
No.
happen for the
What
end
do
of the
you
year.
Yeah, what are you hoping for?
Our hopes for the year. Yeah.
You don't have to go first.
It's fine. It's okay. I hope that, well, I hope that, we're not like doppelgangers from like a secret society from the past, and like everybody's been lying to us like that, like one like regular like non-Madge World movie, The Truman Show, which is about this man who's just walking around and he doesn't know that like his whole world is just like not real, and everybody like knows who he is already, and he's just an actor in this like whole universe, and like maybe that's what they were trying to say, and that's what Cera heard, was that they're just like other people that already exist, and I just hope we're not like robots, because that's a rumor that's not true about
Yeah.
me.
But yeah, I guess I hope that too.
That's
But what-
intense.
But what would make your heart happy, Sybilline?
Acing all my classes.
Vole will write it down. I hope I see something really surprising. Not just something magical like a surprise like that. I mean, magic is magic. We all know how it feels, but something that I really didn't expect. I think that'd be different.
Oh, that's nice. I think for me, I just hope I can get a little bit closer to my dream of being a teacher here one day.
Ah, I love that, Cera.
You'd be the
Thank
best
you.
teacher.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I might actually pass a class if you were my teacher.
Oh, shucks. Well, I'm here for tutoring if you ever need it.
Thanks. Just in case I don't succeed, I won't tell the teachers that you helped me. Derryth, what do you hope for?
Oh, I just hope that I can stay out of trouble and not get in any fights.
Well, if you do, you better have me right there with you.
Of course. I mean, to be fair, you're the only reason that I didn't get my nose broken last year, so I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
I
Yeah, but now.
broke theirs.
Oh,
It's not
you know,
important.
I was just making conversation, and then I pointed out that maybe they were doing some things that were incorrect on their paper, and they did not like that. I didn't realize that until after they tried to swing at me, though. But it's okay.
Did you tell somebody?
I mean,
Well,
they
I
told
told
me.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm sorry, like, I wasn't clear. Did you tell, like, a teacher or something?
Why would I
No.
do that?
It got
Oh,
settled.
dear.
Sarah's very worried for their friends.
Yeah, I told people they're all here.
Sarah is very worried.
So damn cute. Yeah, I told
Sarah is
one,
very
two, three.
concerned. I'm just gonna keep repeating that. Sarah's very concerned.
Listen, your boy is not.
I have
Like,
a question.
all literal. Oh god.
Cera, how much do you show off your family? Like, would these three know what people in your family look like or no?
Oh, I think so. I think Cera doesn't share their family with everybody because everybody knows the Silverleafs. They're a big family. But Cera only shares those that are most important to them to those that are most important to them. So I think that this group would know about the twins as well as the older sibling and their nibblings.
Okay, cool. Then everybody gets to roll for the same DC instead of a different one. Let's go with. This is going to be multiple rolls. First one is brains, and your DC.
Oh.
Your DC's 8.
Oh God.
Yep.
I was just fidgeting with this die.
Am I rolling as
die-
well?
Yep.
Okay.
Did not get there.
13.
10.
My dice would have to explode to hit that.
Yeah. I got a 7. I'm gonna use an adversity token to make it 8.
That's perfect. So Vole is very lost in their notebook, which would explain why you don't see Cera's twin siblings in the window to one of the upper classrooms.
Fuck. I'm gonna oh my god, this I'm gonna take one of the rocks out of my pocket and just gently throw it at Cera to get their attention. Because I don't know. Just like I'm probably aiming for like your stomach area.
Yeah.
Just like, hey,
What? Look over. And then I'll just get on my broom really quick and fly over to the window.
When you get over there, Lexi and Axel Silverleaf stand right inside the window. So it is like an arched window with like a very thick stone border. There is no glass or anything. It's completely open. And they just both stand and stare at you.
What are you two doing?
No response.
You two all right?
No response.
I'm gonna just get a little bit closer and just tap them gently on the shoulder.
They move. Like you certainly touch them. They are real, but there is no response.
Lex, X, what's going on? Hey. I'm gonna go in and get off my broom and just go up to them and just kind of like kneel down to them because I think I'm a little bit taller. They're only 12.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna like lean down a little bit. What's going on? Hey, you two gotta talk to me or something. I'm gonna be panicked if you don't.
As you fly through the window, the way they're standing almost like blocks the window, but they part for you. Like they step apart to let you in the room and let you off your broom. But then they kind of step back together side by side and will turn to face you as you kneel down to them. Give me a grit roll.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Oh.
Are our rocks already heating up?
I haven't grabbed mine yet.
grab it.
I mean, look, if you saw it, you're welcome to go there too. But jeez.
What was
I'm
my?
still
what
writing
am
in
I
my damn
reaching?
journal.
What number?
Let's go with a 7.
7.
7 seems fine. They're doing really great though. Don't worry about it. I'm sure it's fine.
I rolled a 4, so I will use 3 adversity tokens to make it a 7.
Okay.
Is there any chance this is a mental magic effect and my ward is in place to help?
Interesting. Okay, now this is a clarifying question to you then.
Okay.
When you did that spell, was it specifically towards one person?
The spell was Cera, Sybilline, Derryth, and Vole will not go to the land of the forgotten soul.
Okay.
It might not be applicable here.
Like, I
think
think
it
there's a
half
difference
applicable.
between like visual stuff that's happening, like magic-y stuff, and then someone trying to break into the old chamber.
Just a little bit
I
of
don't know
both.
if that's. Ooh.
I'll say you don't have to spend that adversity token because you
Oh.
because you have that magic from Bullit. I will say you don't need to spend that adversity token. I will say that what you see are as the twins stand in front of you, like 12 years old, they very much look like you. Like
Mhm.
Lexi has like longer red hair, that like currently just has like little braids like down the front of it that kind of match like the one that you keep in your hair sometimes, and Axel's is like super curly red hair, like
Mhm.
so curly. It's not very long at all. It's definitely long enough to where like when you like try to like get him to participate in family functions, when you ruffle his hair, like it moves a lot, but it's not
Mhm.
like past his ears or anything. And you can kind of see that around their eyes there's just like little leaks of black, like coming from out from their eye and like down and traveling through their skin.
Oh. Um.
No bueno.
No. I would like to try and break whatever it is on them 100%. Um, do I know what is going on? Like, do I know that what's happening exactly?
Make me a brains roll, DC 10.
Shh. DC 10.
Get him.
Okay. No, that's a 4.
You don't know, like this is definitely not something you've seen in books.
Mhm.
Definitely not anything you've seen in classes so far. The way that it almost seems like it's following their veins,
Okay.
like leaking out of their eyes and then following down like any sort of vein, and like it's disappearing under their clothes, and like they're not in robes. They don't go to school here.
Right.
Like the twins are old enough to go to school here, but they go to a magical academy that's like more for like adventuring type
Right.
of kids. Like they were always ones that would like run, jump, adventure, jump off the things you're definitely not supposed to jump off of. So your parents,
Yeah.
They go to
instead of
the
sending
magical
them here,
Montessori.
yeah, basically your parents like sent them to magical Montessori school instead, because they were like, yeah, that's probably what's gonna work. So they're not in robes. They're not even in their school's robes. They're like in their common clothes that they would just wear around.
I think then at that point, Cera will take a second to try and calm themselves. And then, is this something that's happening in my head and with my friends? Try to figure that out instead. Like, is this the reality, or is my brain making this up, or is something making this up to fool me?
That I'm gonna make. I'll let you pick either brains or grit, but your DC to figure that out is high. It's gonna be like a 14, 15.
14. Oh
Yeah,
gosh.
we'll do 14.
14. Okay, I will use grit then. Can I cast magic to help me like figure this out?
If you want to tell me what magic you want to cast, yeah.
I feel like knowing that they're my siblings, being so close together, there must be some sort of connection magically while I'm tutoring them to learn magic and stuff. So maybe I had given them some sort of bracelet or something that I also wear, and that can kind of connect us to kind of like look through any sort of like illusions or any sort of, problems, so that we all know that we're okay, because they were probably really scared me going to a different school than them. And so this was maybe a gift that I gave them a long while ago.
Yeah.
And so maybe I'm tapping into that. Okay.
Roll your
so
magic die with it.
At a D4, got it. Okay, it exploded. My D12 exploded, so that's 12 plus 1
Fantastic.
so far. So that's 13, and then plus 6. So 13 plus 6, 19.
Okay, and that's by 5, which means that is a greater success for the system. So I will say with that, you can tell that them standing here the way they are is an illusion, but them being here is not.
Okay.
So they are here in this space physically, but how you're seeing them is not how they are.
Okay. I want to try and break through that illusion to see how they actually are.
Okay, cool. Roll brains, but take a plus. Or I'll lower the DC, because
Okay.
you got such a great success. So instead of like the probably 8 I would have made it, I'll make it 5 instead.
Okay, this is brains with magic.
Yes.
Okay. So that's... What is it going to be? I'm sorry?
5.
A 5?
That's
okay.
what I just said out loud. I'm going with it. It's either what I said or what I didn't say, but you know what? That's what it is now.
I got a 5. I got a 1 on my D8, but I got a 4 on my D4. So
Perfect. That's all you need. So in front of you, like the way you see them with the black like streaking through their veins, that the like streaking of like what looks like ichor tears almost is real, but it's not as apparent almost. Like they in reality are not sitting here quietly, like they're talking to you, but you haven't been able to hear or see any of them.
Okay.
Like they've just looked like they've been standing here still. You can still see like the bricks of like black going through their like through their arms, and like all of it seems to be coinciding towards their heart.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't seem like they notice that, because all they're saying is, "Hi, hey, so Mom said you forgot something, and so we were supposed to come drop it off, and we came through like the visitor's door, and then we got lost, but then we saw you in a tree with your friends."
Okay. I'm gonna grab them by the hands, and I'm gonna look towards everyone in the tree, and just kind of like look towards them again, and just kind of like motion like a sorry kind of motion, and I'm gonna start to walk them back towards the visitor door. But I'm also gonna kind of keep an eye out for maybe a teacher.
Yeah, you see one.
Okay.
As you walk down the hallway, you run into Professor Lucian.
Okay. I'm gonna say, Professor Lucian, I apologize for interrupting whatever you're doing. My siblings came to drop something off for me, but they got lost, and I was hoping maybe you could help us find the visitor's door.
As you start to speak, like magic swirls through the air, like, and it's a combination of like the yellowy sort of color that you always have in your magic with this like burning ember red that Professor Lucian is sort of known for, as it starts to sign in the air in front of them, so she can kind of see what's happening. You would obviously know Professor Lucian is deaf, but magic, like there has been an enchantment put on the school as a whole where anything that is said is like automatically translated to other languages, or anything that's needed for any student or teacher to be able to understand anything. That like a language barrier is never anything that all of the headmasters that from the time the school was founded like ever wanted for this place. And so it is signing in front of her as she is sort of reading the text go back and forth. And then as she starts to sign, it will like produce a voice for you that almost sounds like sort of like Siri-esque, like it is very that. She is able to put tone into it, but sometimes just doesn't, because she considers herself a very busy person, and they are currently like always running, and to put all the tone in it takes extra magic and time that they just don't have. So in this moment, it's very Siri-esque. But they kind of look at both of your siblings and go, "Oh, yes, absolutely." The
I'm kind of hoping that she'll also see the issue, as I'm kind of like looking towards her, like a little bit concerned. Okay.
By any indication, Lucian does not see anything strange or different about your siblings, but does know that they're your siblings, but mostly because they just know.
So I'm the only one that saw that that weirdness. Got it. Okay. Because I feel like if something really bad was happening, maybe they would say something. Okay.
Who knows? Maybe. But they sort of like look at both of them and go, "Oh, Lexi, Axel, you two haven't transferred yet, right? You two, they still don't go here?"
No, they came to drop off something for me. What did you come to drop off, darlings? And they'll lean down towards them again.
Oh, and they like kind of like tap their pockets and things like that. I don't know.
Okay. You don't know. Okay. They don't know. Well, they said they were going to drop something off, but they can't seem to remember. I'm a little concerned for them.
Oh, I'm sure it's nothing. I wouldn't worry about it. Maybe just doing a rival day. It's not like their school does the same thing. And she's right. Like no other school does what Bradera does. Every other school has an address or a place to drop things off, or at the very least, like a broad geographical location. But Bradera doesn't.
Okay.
So a rival day works very differently here than it does anywhere else.
Okay. Then they will just kind of nod a bit and go, well, could you point the direction in which the visitor's door is, and I'll lead them back so they can get back home?
Oh, yes, it is down the traveling hallway. Instead of going towards the doors you all go through, take an immediate right, and there are 3 doors in the back, and those are all visitors' doors.
All right, thank you very much. I will make sure to take them back as soon as possible. I know that they're not supposed to be here. Thank you very much for your help.
Oh, of course, Sarah. It's no problem, and your siblings are welcome here anytime.
Oh, good, thank you. And I will start to walk with them. Is there a way that I can like cast a message of sorts? Being the social person that I am, is there a way I can cast like a spell of message to maybe Sib? Since I learned that spell from them with the eavesdropping, maybe I can send them a message.
Yeah.
Okay.
While you do that, that's it's a charm roll, because now you're fairly far away from the courtyard. So normally I don't think I'd even make it a roll, but since you're pretty far away, I'm gonna go with a charm roll of 5.
Oh, then I'll take half. I have a d20.
Perfect. Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
So yeah, whatever you would like to say, you can send off.
Hey, my siblings are here. I don't know what's going on, but there's something weird going on. I'm gonna take them to the visitor door. Do you all want to come meet us there?
How does this come to me? Is it like your voice just in my ear suddenly?
I feel like it's like at first it'll be like a warm smell of baked goods that kind of comes into a associate itself, so not to give you like a hey I'm here blah kind of boo. It's just like it welcomes itself with like that smell of fresh baked cookies, and then after a second that's when the message will start coming very soft, and then slowly reach the volume that would be most comfortable for the listener.
So I guess like back at the tree, Sybilline is still doing their weird perch. And Amity is like bouncing on their shoulder at this point, like trying to get like up, like sick of uppies. And I think like I'm like sitting between Derryth and Vole, just like friendship. And then I'm like, Cera.
Okay?
It's Cera. Cera. You don't smell? It's oatmeal. No raisins. Oh, no raisins.
I just look up from my right. Wait, where's Cera?
She went in the window.
What?
Oh, hey. Her siblings.
Yeah, they were in the window.
Something's weird.
I have filled like 5 pages. Like, I was miles away. What's wrong?
It's okay. She wants to know if we want to meet them at the visitor's door because there's something weird going on.
I'm like holding my rock. Like we just talked about. Okay, and then I will get on my broom and go.
They had stuff to say. They needed their word.
I feel like they didn't like to kind of like validate that. I think like they didn't feel like they were in danger or anything. They were more scared for their so they wanted to make sure they said it so that people wouldn't think like I was in immediate danger because I don't
For sure. Vole is just very single-minded. Like we.
I love that. No, I absolutely love that.
So, all right,
you get on your broom and like Sybilline is immediately trying to kick off. Derryth, come on! I can't lose again.
Oh, guys.
I'll say the spark in my eye from racing in the fun is gone, and I am on a mission to save Cera.
And Cera will walk to the visitor's door with there's something. Is it getting worse, this black ichor, or is it going away, or has anything changed at all?
Right now it's maybe a little bit faster than it was. It's not bad. Not better.
Okay. I'm gonna just ask, are you both feeling all right?
I think so. I don't think I feel weird or anything. And like Lexi will start to like kind of like check herself, kind of like as she goes through everything. When she looks at Axel, you can see like this very brief moment of realization, but she says nothing.
But I catch the realization.
Because they're your 12-year-old siblings, and at 12 years old, you're not good at hiding anything, for sure.
Yeah. Lexi, you see something?
Just the little
Don't
like
panic.
spots on Axel. Are those on me too?
I'm gonna look to Axel to see.
Axel can't see them on himself. Like he will look like when Lexi like says that, but when he looks at Lexi, it's pretty clear that he definitely sees something.
Okay, so you all are seeing that. Okay. Don't panic. Everything's going to be okay, okay? I called my friends. They're going to come over and they're going to see if we can maybe figure out something to help, okay?
And like Lexi, like just keeps looking, like is determined to see something on herself. But from what you're like watching of the two of them, it's pretty clear they can't see it on themselves. They can only see it on each other.
Okay. And I'm going to just kind of wait there for my friends, and hopefully as I want them to hopefully be able to see what the heck's going on, so I can maybe brew them a potion or something, because I'm good with potions and herbology, but I don't know what the heck's going on with these two, so I can't really make anything when I don't know what's going on.
Just for real, like a ton of fun, because like I'm just making up spells as we go. I'm a broom. Like when dark is pulled apart, I'll round the corner and find a door and try to get there a little faster.
Oh,
yeah, I'll totally let you do that. Roll flight for me. If you can hit, that's not like hard. I hit a 5 and I'll let you like almost portal with your broom from like spot to spot.
Oh, off the table. Oh my gosh, stay on the table. I rolled a 4, but it's too cool. I want to use adversity tokens to get it.
Yeah.
I come on. I want to cast door.
No, that's fair. So when you do cast this, what does it look like? Like, because you're trying to get to the traveling hallway, but like,
yeah, at this point, because this black cord connects these rocks that now Vole has decided are the hearts of their friends, and this is how I feel my friends with me. Like, more black cord comes out of the wand, and I have drawn a door out of like black cord in front of me, and want to like face through it. Is that cool?
Yeah, no, I love that. I think it's great. Are you holding it open for the other two to come with you, or are you like zapping it by yourself?
No, we stay together. We promise.
With that, because you are like kind of taking the shortcut way about it, as like Lexi and Axel are like realizing, like looking at each other, but like can't see it on themselves. That's when you three like pop in, and it's like from behind. Oddly, your aim was just like the slightest bit weird. I swear you wanted the door in the hallway, actually. So you pop up behind the twins and scare the living shit out of these children.
Sorry. I made it. I just looked to Cera like, this is not the first time this has happened. I made it.
Oh, it's okay. No, you two, this is my friend Vole. Remember, I talked about them before to you.
Yeah. You have a dog.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Just pops out of the backpack.
Hey, like Axel for the first time, like since he got here, is like actually smiling because he's like, I like dogs, cool dogs, 12-year-olds.
I'm gonna look towards them though, and like I'm gonna gauge their reactions to see if they see what the fuck is going on, or if they're seeing this weird shit.
Big question.
everybody give me grit rolls.
Grit rolls.
Can we go through the door too?
Mhm.
Yeah, I've left it open for you.
Oh yeah, you all three are all good to be here.
This is probably your first time meeting my sibs, for sure. My siblings.
Got a 12 on my D12.
Woo!
Beautiful.
What do I need?
8.
I got an 8.
I'm gonna spend 2 adversity tokens so I can see the weird stuff.
Okay, cool. So
Oh, I'm sorry. When
21.
we spend those, I just messed up. Are we spending 3 or 2 when we're using those to fix rolls? I goofed up, I think.
however many, it's a 1-for-1 shot.
It's
So,
one
like,
for one.
If
Yeah.
you need
Got
1 to
you.
get to your number, you spend 1.
Gotcha. Thank you.
You're welcome. So yeah, you all can all see it. And you can see it at the same like amount Cera does. There is no like fading to it or anything like that. Like it is dark black, like ink almost, that looks like it is coming out of their eyes and then following the paths of all the veins in their body to eventually get to their heart. And it's starting to get faster as we stand here.
I'll just
Oh, wow.
smile at my friends really reassuringly, like, yeah, they want to meet Eddie Boy. Isn't that nice? They know about him. Eddie Boy, why don't you go see our new friends? Just trying to be really chill for these kids for a hot second.
And Eddie can absolutely go over because it is like a very simple, familiar task. And he will go kind of like in between the two of them so they can both like sit on the ground with him.
Mhm.
And as they sit, you can like watch, and sort of like the shorts that Axel is wearing rides up a little bit, and you can see like more of the black streaks like travel through his legs, like, and back up toward his heart,
I'm
like
gonna-
it following every path that blood would take.
I'm gonna move closer to my friends and quietly go, I'm trying my best not to freak out, but these are my siblings. I don't know what to do.
Oh well, let's take a look. I mean, this is sorry. I assume that this is rude to say, but this is fascinating. Let's go see.
I'm definitely okay
Hi!
with being passing.
Hi, I'm Derryth.
I'm just gonna grab like Sarah's hand while Derryth is doing very useful things. Just say, like, Derryth will figure this out, and the 4 of us will dispel this together, right? 4 of us, like always. We're okay.
Okay.
I'm only gonna say positive things right now because I can tell everybody's really nervous.
Just because it's the first day of school. Scary thing, right, kids? Even grown-ups get scared. Right, Sybilline?
I'm very grown up and I do get scared, yes.
Exactly.
We're not grown-ups. That's not the point. Hi. How are you feeling? You feel fine, right? You said you feel fine.
I feel fine, but Axel doesn't look fine. And then he looks at Lexi and go, I feel fine. You don't look fine.
Okay.
No fighting you too.
Right now, bickering is not helpful because I need to look in your eye. Can I do that?
Sure.
Can I touch your face?
And Axel just kind of looks at Cera and's like, who's your friend?
Sarah will
Like,
nod.
what is
This
happening?
is one of my besties. It's okay.
Okay.
I want to just kind of like. The problem is that now that they have permission, they're not going to be like annoying or not ungentle about it, but they're definitely not gentle either because they
no.
don't really know how that works. So they're going to kind of like go and like
Oh dear.
just like put some light on the tip of their wand and like see if they can see if there's like a source or anything. 'Cause
They're
you said
trying
it
to
looks like
hold
it's
themselves
coming
back.
from the eye, right?
Yeah.
I have a wild question to help, Derryth, if I can.
Yes.
Eddie Boy is uniquely sensitive to fell magics pulling people away from themselves.
Yes.
Can I just say, like, hey, Eddie Boy, why don't you show them how to smile? Why don't you find where it's hurting so you can help Derryth, okay? Can Eddie help, like, Derryth find what's wrong?
Yeah. I'll totally let him do that. So
Yes, boy.
you kind of see, like, as Eddie sits and, like, takes in for a second what Vole is asking him to do, he doesn't bark because Eddie can't bark. And as long as you have also had Eddie has never sent you, like, a telepathic connection.
Mm-mm.
There has never been any sound that has come from Eddie whatsoever. And he will sort of circle around the twins, like, now that Derryth is, like, leaned down to Axel at this point, he's kind of like, oh, okay, they're not going anywhere. I can move now. And we'll sort of circle around them a couple of times, and eventually he stops at Lexi and will put his paws like up on her chest and start to do like that little jump thing that dogs do when they're just out of reach of something, and is like trying really hard to get up towards her face.
Can I ask him what he wants or what he sees? Because I can talk to animals.
You cannot talk to Eddie.
I can't? Okay.
There's something about Eddie that you cannot talk to.
Okay.
Yeah, I will help Eddie up if I see that Eddie is wanting to get closer. I'll kind of gently lift him up a little bit.
When you do that, Eddie immediately puts his paw like on the side of Lexi's head, like right at her temple.
I'm gonna look towards it. Is there something different there?
You can see that like as things are coming out of her eye, like a big concentration of it comes right here. Like the rest of it comes down and follows every vein, but like when you push her hair to the side, you can see a bunch of it gathers right here.
Okay.
I'll bend down to Derryth. Right there. Can you dispel that?
I don't know if I can dispel it, but I can try to pull it out.
Well, do we know what
Let's
it
see.
is? Because if we know what it is, maybe I could also make something to help with that, with the potion.
Well, here,
Whatever.
let's see if we can get some of it. And maybe if we can get some of it, we can try to figure out what it is and see if we can counteract it somehow.
Oh, Sib.
I have a question.
Yes.
Above the table.
Oh.
Everyone sits up straight.
because I am a reluctant oracle, how do I just get visions randomly, or can I try to have them
You can try to have
find
them
out
if you'd
more
like.
information?
You can try to have
Yeah?
them if you'd like, yeah.
Okay, so I think Sybilline has been toward the back of all of you while you guys are like doing triage on these children, and is just kind of like going from foot to foot and like pacing a little bit and looks really, really nervous. And then finally is just like, I could try to figure out something. I think if you don't mind, I could just touch you real quick. Small child.
Sure. Sure. Cera, yes.
It's okay.
Yeah. Okay. Can one of you hold my hand?
Sarah will hold your hand 100%.
So I hold your hand, probably my left, and then I reach out my right, and like I put my fingertips like against where like Derryth and Vole have kind of been pointing, and like Eddie has been looking.
I need a grit roll. This is going to be very interesting. Okay. Your DC. I'm just going to make your DC an 8.
So I have a question.
Uh-huh.
One of my strengths is divination.
Mhm.
Can I add a D4 because this is me being an oracle, but also like via divination?
Certainly can.
Did you spell?
Well,
Oh.
no, I did not.
Oh no!
But I do have adversity tokens, and I'm cashing in all of them. 'Cause
Well, can
wanna
I
know
spend
what
any
happened.
to help as well?
You all. This is not a snap decision. Anybody can spend adversity tokens to help if they would like.
So
You just have to
because
explain to me why, like how you are helping, in order to use your adversity tokens towards somebody else's role.
I mean, with them, reaching in and trying to help my siblings 100%, I think maybe that I'm just kind of like keeping my breathing calm to kind of help them also keep their breathing calm, and I'm just kind of like, just watching them closely and kind of helping to like reassure with like a squeeze to the hand. And with the loyal, each of my adversity tokens that I spend gives them a +2 instead of a +1. So what number did you need?
I need 4.
So then I can spend 2 adversity tokens.
Thank you.
No, you don't have to
Hey.
spend all your tokens.
There we go.
Because
Yay.
apparently we're gonna need those.
I
don't
Oh,
love
don't
that.
worry. By the end of this episode, I imagine that some of you will be out.
I also keep forgetting to let you know that when I fail one, I gain 2 AT at a failed check. So I gotta remember that.
I forgot that I failed something.
Yeah, some of you I've been putting them in for you. Like the two at the top from Candace and Vanessa, I just put them in for you. Because we were in the middle of things and I was like, I don't want to distract anybody. I'm going to do it.
Thank you.
Also remember that if you got here on your broom, if you have gained any, like if your broom mechanic has given you anything within this time, please feel free to take it because you get special abilities for your broom when you're using it. So yeah, no, you're totally fine. So as you touch everything, the world around you kind of stops. Like it almost freeze frames and then everything melts. So like all of the walls of the school, all of the people around you, the kids, like everything just goes. And instead of like the look that is around of like normally when you do visions, it's like, oh, it's like this very like mundane, whatever. This is the homework summer we're getting in 2 weeks, blah blah blah, boring, what have you. And this is kind of definitely not that. You don't see the twins anywhere here. But you do see Professor Cadence. Specifically, you see her along with Adara and Isla, a couple of other faculty members. They're kind of just all like working on what looks like random things. But Professor Cadence has been working a lot in research lately. Specifically in the research of things that are sort of adjacent to hemlock. Not directly poisonous, but maybe some like magical properties that align with plants that are hemlock adjacent but for the magical world. So you see as she's like writing all of this stuff out and kind of like taking different liquids and different potion bottles that are all like a variety of colors, and she keeps picking up this black one and like swirls it around for a minute, like look at it, and you can see bits of like this like lime neon green that kind of fade through it as it swirls, but when it settles, all that green is gone. And she'll put it back down again and keep writing. And because of the way you sort of exist in this space, you can see kind of in the paper that she's writing that it looks like it's going to be not something that she would want her students to work with. Like everything that is writing here, she's like essentially saying like, hey, this is like stuff that can only be kept within faculty lounge or like faculty labs and all these things. And eventually you see Adara like go over and it's kind of just like watching her work. And the only thing that you hear the entire time while this exchange is happening is she sits down beside of her. Professor Cadence, isn't that why do we have any of that destroys people from the inside out? Why is that something we would have on campus even? And there is no reply. Like she just keeps working. But as like Adara is sort of like noticing that she's not responding, and will go and like takes a blank sheet of paper out from underneath where Professor Cadence is writing, and Professor Cadence doesn't stop writing. Like the tugging paper underneath it is not deterring her. So she just takes the piece of paper and writes out on it, and writes essentially like her own sort of work on it, like, you know, that this is like a hemlock adjacent plant, like for non-magical students, like please know that this is what this is, do not touch it. Like we'll literally write the description of like destroys from the inside out, like starting at the heart, like starting to target the heart, and then we'll work outward, like all of these things. And at the bottom of it, it just says slowly loses sense of self. And she puts it back in the paperwork that Professor Cadence is working in. And Professor Cadence does not seem to notice at all that anything has been added to the stack, that anything was touched, nothing.
Don't like that. I guess to everyone else, like, Cera, you feel the grip on your hand tighten. And like, as Sybilline kind of reaches out, like right before puts their glasses down over their face to kind of disguise how they look, their eyes turn kind of white and opaque whenever they have a vision kind of come over them, almost like a clouding of their eyeballs. And they like are really self-conscious about it, so they always kind of like put their little glasses down before they have a vision, if they have a couple of seconds to do so. And when she finally pulls her hand away and takes her glasses back up, her voice is way more serious and kind of calm than normal. And they pull you away from the twins and pull Derryth away and just kind of give Vole like a meaningful look, like, you and the baby stay here and entertain these children for a second.
What?
I saw Professor Cadence. They were, I don't, it was weird. The two new, deputy associate head mistresses were there. And they were trying to talk to Professor Cadence, and there's no reply.
Okay.
But there was like a poison, and it's like hemlock kinda, and we're not supposed to have that. And it might, I mean, Derryth, you're good at herbology, right? You can.
No, not me. Cera.
It's me.
Cera. Oh, yeah, the flowers. It might be poison. I'm sorry.
Poison?
Maybe.
Do I know enough about this plant where I could make an antidote?
Give me a brains roll about it.
Okay.
Tiered success.
Is it
5,
possible
you know
that
it. 10, you can make an antidote, but you need time. 15, you can make an antidote quickly.
Okay. Because I am in the class of herbology, do I get a bonus or anything like that? What does that mean?
This is a Mallory roll. This isn't a game roll.
Okay.
I give you an extra D4 per class.
An extra what?
D4.
D4? Okay.
Nice.
So you said it was
5 is you
brain.
know the plant. 10 is you know how to make the antidote, but you need time. 15 is you can make the antidote pretty quick.
okay.
You got it.
My magic die exploded.
Let's
So
go.
so far that's a 5. Oh, it exploded again. Holy shit, that's a 9.
Come on. Let's go.
Holy shit!
What'd you hit?
4.
Oh, okay.
Math is hard when I'm excited. This 9 plus 4.
9 plus 4 is 13.
13.
Okay. Oh, 4. Okay, that's another 3. So that's 16.
16.
Hot dog.
Okay.
Oh
You're
my
good.
god.
What did I need for that tiered success? I'm sorry, my brain
You
is.
needed a 15 to be able to make it quickly.
So I'm able to do it?
You're able to do it.
Ugh.
You will have to rush to the herbology lab. There's definitely
Okay.
not stuff you have on you.
Cera will look to them. Their expression kind of shifts from that normal, like, usual like vibe to very serious and like that studious type, because this is like it's game time. And they will look towards everyone. Watch over them. I'll be right back. And I'm gonna book it to the herbology, and I'm gonna start making that potion as fast as possible.
I'm like smiling at the kids and showing them how to help Eddie do tricks, and I'm motioning for Derryth to come here. Like,
Yeah.
what's going on?
Well, Sybilline can probably explain it better. But basically, it seems like they're poisoned with something that is real fucking bad.
Sure.
And
Okay.
Sarah's gonna go and try to fix it. But they need a little just a little bit of time, so we just got to keep them entertained until Cera gets back.
Let's do more than that. Can you buy him time?
By who time? Oh, the kids.
The children who are pointing.
Oh.
Sorry.
No, it's my favorite. I adore that.
I love it so much.
Just to zoom in. Who?
That's got to be their entire relationship now.
Oh,
What?
yeah. Derryth is one of those people who is like incredibly smart, but also just so dumb.
I love that.
No, I want to
sweet
think,
baby.
Mal, if this is possible, just with the amount that Eddie helped pinpoint and like Derryth was investigating. So if we can do anything to help Cera just by giving them more time before it engulfs their heart, Vole's putting a lot of their chips on Derryth.
Let's see. What could Derryth do with their... So I have a pocket watch that is separate from the Berdera pocket watch. It's a
Okay.
pocket watch that shows the position of the planets instead of time or anything like
I
that.
love that.
Is it possible that they could try to, just like for a blink, cast something on the watch to pause the watch and see if it can work almost like a little bubble just for like a minute, not even, to try and do literally anything to buy them some extra time? I know that this is a big ask and I know
No.
it's going to be hard.
It will be hard, but I fucking
cool.
love things
Come
like
on.
this. Yeah, you can totally do it. You're in astrology, yeah?
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's stopping literal time, but it's only stopping time within a bubble. It's not like you're trying to stop the whole school. It just needs
Just
to
this
be
little-
the bubble with the children.
Yeah, just the kids. Like, I'm really literally just trying to like focus the time that I have, like this timepiece in front of me, to like make it just stop for these kids.
DC 10, you get your magic die and you get your class die. We're calling it grit,
Yes.
and this is a snap decision. You do not get help here from anybody but yourself.
Okay. What is our class die?
D4.
Another D4.
D4? Okay. I got one of those really cool sharp edge sets, and the D4 looks like this, which is beautiful, and I love it, but every time I go for it, I can't find it.
Yeah, it's so hard to read because it's clear.
Well, I'm like, because I'm used to them looking like this,
Yeah.
and this just that. Anyway, this is me stalling because I'm very nervous. No, come back!
It's
Here.
okay. It's just my siblings on the line. You're fine. No, I'm kidding.
Ah! We're trying!
I know. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I know.
Sarah comes back. The children are a pile of dust. We did our best.
Well,
Yeah,
I tried.
Hey, so we accelerated time thousands of years.
I know, right? Like,
Well-
that's my greatest fear in this moment, and failing if I fail. Okay, so I did get that is a 9 on my D12, and then I got a 2 on one D4, and then I got 4 on the other D4. So
That's a 15.
load.
So that's a greater success.
15.
Yeah, you absolutely can take your watch, the one that is not your Berdera watch, your other one, and tell me what it looks like as you cast on it, as you either do you hand it to them, do you place it with them,
So I think that what they're going to do is take out the watch and find specifically where the planet Earth is and where the moon is, and like focus on that, and then look at the kids, and then focus on that, look at the kids, and just gonna close their eyes and sort of, I think, try to like almost tether them to that earth hand real fast, and then they're gonna put their finger on it and keep it from moving.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way they get to do it.
I mean, it works though. As you stand there and hold it like that, the two kids slowly, it looks like their movements almost go into slow motion, and then they stop.
I don't really know how long I can make this work for. But it looks like it's working for now.
Because you got a greater success, I'm gonna say that it'll hold for at least a while. Like, maybe not as long as Cera needs, but pretty close. And with that, in this very clutch save the day moment, which means I can't make any more harm come to these children for at least a few minutes, we're gonna take a break. We'll give them like 5 minutes to breathe. I don't think I put them through a lot yet, but like, we'll see. We'll be gone for like 5 minutes. Go get a snack or a drink, or take the house quiz, and we'll be back in a minute. Bye.
I'm optimistic.
And there's my mic. Hi everybody, we're back. What's up? I definitely didn't leave anybody in any sort of bad place. There are no children anywhere that feel anything. And to be fair, they don't feel anything. They both feel fine. But as we come back, we have 2 children that are in a little time bubble of their own, thanks to Derryth, and we have a Cera that has gone making a potion to help. Cera, I'm gonna have you do this in rolls.
Okay.
You know how to do it quickly. That's not the problem. Time is not the problem. It is just basically to see, like, first shot, like, can you find everything you need situation. So your first roll is going to need to be brains, and it's just going to be like 5, because Professor Cadence keeps everything fairly clean around here, like very sorted. You've got this classroom memorized really well.
Yeah, because I'm in potions, that gives me the extra D4, right?
Yes, it does.
Perfect. Okay.
And as you're rolling for that, the 3 of you give me, I guess give me grit. It's just a 5-2. It's pretty easy. It's not anything life-threatening or anything like that.
Is this magic?
I got a 5.
Magic related or just
this
like
is
our
not
own personal
magic
grit?
related.
Okay.
What do I need? A
So my-
5?
Yeah.
My D8
7.
exploded, and so I got 12 total with my D4 and that.
Sweet. Not only because it's greater than a 5, not only were you able to find everything super quickly, like you found like pre-measured stuff from class.
Brilliant.
So you don't need to measure anything out. This is literally like a dump it and let it burn situation.
Cool.
Yeah.
I said what I said. What did you get, Derryth?
I got a 5.
Yeah, that's fine. That works. That's all you need.
Skin on my teeth.
I used 2 points and got a 5.
Okay. As you all like sit and watch, and the twins are still not moving, but like this shadow almost comes up from behind the twins, and it's Professor Cadence walking down the hall. So because you meet your score, she doesn't get to jump on you in any way.
Fuck.
But is definitely very concerned seeing 2 small children trapped in a time spot.
And our face is not here.
I had to make a potion. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't think I was in part of the conversation that said Cadence was a part of this.
You were
Right?
not.
I think I was hanging out with the children.
Correct.
I know though, so I can step up. I can try.
Let's do it. I believe in you.
I have my broom in my hand. Does that count?
I'll let it count. That's fine. I'll let it count.
Because I just flew over here recently.
You did.
I think I like kind of like I see her coming and I'm like and I just kind of like look at everyone and I like look for Cera like friend and I see they're not there and I'm like, oh no, it's me. Okay.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
I like walk up, like I like straighten up and like I dust myself off and I get myself to like my full height and I come over and I say, oh, hello, Professor. Good day. We're just practicing our magic, entertaining these young future Bradera students while we wait for their older sibling to come back. Just doing homework. Nothing crazy. Working hard.
Please roll charm for me.
Oh,
Lord. What do I need?
I need you to get at least an 8, and here's why. You definitely just said a million things, including you have homework. It's the first day of term. You've been given nothing.
It's not like homework. It's just like.
And also, you said
there's stuff that
entertaining
we're in.
children, and they are very much, like, very clearly not being entertained by anything because they're not even moving. Like, this isn't.
They're so entertained. They are
Studying.
frozen to the
We're doing
spot.
it ourselves. It's homework we've assigned ourselves.
I love homework personally. My dad's given me assignments over the summer that I have to finish. So this is part of my personal homework. And Vole's parents never give them homework. So I gave them homework. And this is how we got here. What do I need?
An 8.
I got 9. Yay!
Hell yeah!
Totally straight-faced, like, look at how good we did. Isn't that nice? Are you proud? We've been learning so much at this school. It's worth every ding-dang penny.
Sure. It's lovely to see you all. Why are Miss Cera? Why are Cera's siblings here?
Oh, they came to drop off her Hex Girl CD. She left it, and it is a favorite album of theirs, and they enjoy it very much, and they don't go anywhere without it because it helps them study and get better grades. So Cera rushed off just to make sure that it played. There was a little scratch on it, but they'll be back soon. And we're just hanging out here because look at Vole's little guy. Look at what a precious prince. Look at him. So good.
Eddie's as great as he always is.
Yeah.
Eddie's
Real
one of my
good.
favorite familiars because he doesn't bark.
This is exactly why I'm bringing him up. I figure you might want to go say hi, maybe. Wave a little bit.
Vole has not stopped staring at this teacher because your energy, Sybilline, is so distressing that they are immediately convinced something is terribly wrong.
Sybilline turns around and gives you like the smile is like way too big. Like it's very much like this big on their face, and they're just like, and they like turn back to the teacher.
Vole's wand is out. They haven't done anything, but they are pretty attuned to threats, and they feel threatened. So they are just watching.
You can see Vole's wand is out because they're working real hard, doing magics and things.
I'm over
Do
here
we
panicking.
see any
Straight
signs
up
of this?
I'm sorry. I'm just. I hope everyone's getting a good show of me just going, what the fuck, the entire time.
Sammy certainly is.
It's like it's
Please
great.
eventually put me in now, please. Let me in, coach. Just put me in.
I can do this!
Just put me in the field.
Yeah, this is how Vole holds their wand. They're just kind of like under their chin, just kind of watching Professor Cadence.
Do we see any signs of this on Professor Cadence at all?
No.
Okay.
You kind of watch, like, a lot of things happen in very quick succession. All of a
That's not
sudden, Cadence is, instead of being behind the children, is now in front of the children and is looking at them. It kind of like has put herself in between you and these kids.
Shit.
Vole, you hear like
But I did so well.
very faint train whistles. Like they're not on top of you. They're not even like close, but they're far away, but still within earshot. And you watch as Cadence sits on the ground across from the children and just kind of watches them for a minute. Which one of you gave them this? Where did you even find it?
Find what?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Good lying teachers.
You don't need to lie to me. You just need to tell me. Did you give them? Did you give
We found them like
anything?
this.
Okay.
I'm not a good enough student to make something like that. Why don't you tell me what it is and what it does if it's so dangerous and concerning?
I mean, it's not really dangerous for them necessarily. They'll be fine.
Will they?
Who's it dangerous for?
It's bad for adults. It's sharproot. Children aren't affected.
Children.
Children are not affected by sharproot. I mean, they'll feel like maybe like a little woozier out of it for a few days, but like I could just go get them something to drink. They'll be fine. But like,
I have a
where did you
question.
get it?
Can I spend 1 adversity token to use intuitive?
Yeah, if you want to.
I want to use intuitive,
I'm so
and
confused.
I want to ask.
It's not sharproot.
I want to know if she genuinely believes this, having seen her in that vision.
Mhm.
Like, I want to know, like, does she really believe what she's saying right now, or is she like trying to kind of cover her tracks a little bit?
No, she really believes what she's saying.
Oh.
That's not good.
She fully believes that this is sharproot, and sharproot is not dangerous to children.
It's hemlock.
Hemlock is a
Oh.
hemlock is a non-magical plant. Why would that even be here? Plus, hemlock is extremely poisonous. Like, would just have outright killed a child. They're not dead.
They're not dead. No.
Yeah.
You might say time is of the essence then. And I look back at the bubble.
I know that I can see that they're frozen in time. Thank you, Vole. But still, like it's just I can see the little black blips that I assume were traveling before this happened. Yes. Whichever one of you is doing it.
We're not.
The bubble? No, none of you were doing the bubble. Then I have a bigger concern.
No.
Oh, that's me.
Okay, thank God. Okay, that is fine. It's actually very impressive, Derryth. I will send something to whoever teaches whatever class you learn that in. I can see the black dots on Lexi's arm. I assume those were moving beforehand, yes?
Vole didn't see. Vole looks at their friends.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay. I know that you know that it's more than a maybe, but we will. It's fine.
Sarah's gonna be back soon, though, and they know the most.
Know the most about what? Where did Cera actually go? Because I have a feeling it's not to play a Hex Girl CD.
They went to go get an antidote. They made an antidote. They know how to. They're really good at herbology, and
They knew
Are
enough
they
to know
coming?
it's not sharproot, Professor.
I think like
No, it's not.
I press the stone in my pocket, like beep 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 beep, like,
It's like Morse code.
or like the pendant. I'm like smashing it, like I'm just holding it, like.
like a stress ball.
Yes. Except now everybody is burning. Sorry.
Ow.
Vole's just trying to look so cool standing up to the president like, ow, ow. Fuck.
I don't feel shit.
I will say that, Cera, you can feel you can feel the stone heating up very quickly. I will also say that you've probably, because you rolled so well for your last one for making it, I'd say that you have probably had enough time to finish it.
Mhm.
And it's probably cooling at the moment. So you can probably risk it and put it in a bottle to leave if you want to.
Oh, I don't like that you said risk.
It'll be fine.
If it bursts the glass, just bring a syringe so you can slurp it back up.
That's big thinking right there.
Yep.
I wasn't raised magical.
I just love that. That would be 100% that meme where just like, you got it. Cera will do their best to be careful with the potion. Probably putting it in a container, and I mean, Cera's absolutely cottagecore, and I think that also shows in the way that they bottle their potions. So they probably have like a little cozy around it, and they're keeping it safe and secure in like a special belt that they have, because they love making potions. Like, this is the thing that they want to do 100% and eventually maybe teach. So they are probably like putting them carefully in, and then they will carefully not run to where that would endanger the potions, but just move as quickly as possible back to the group.
So as you're like approaching, you see Professor Cadence sitting in front of your siblings. They are frozen. You weren't here for that, so you don't know why your siblings are frozen. A wonderful thing to walk up on, I'm sure.
It's fine.
I'm gonna look towards everybody.
Oh, hi!
Hi,
You're
hi,
back!
Professor
Hi,
Cadence.
Sarah.
It's good to see you. And I'll look towards the bubble and then towards my friends again, going in a little bit of a what happened? What's going on here? Kind of motion.
Professor Cadence seems to be under the misconception that this is sharproot, not hemlock. What do you think about that, Cera?
A sharproot.
Yes.
She said that it's not gonna hurt them, and that this isn't poisonous, and that they're secretly fine, and she wasn't charmed by me at all.
Professor Cadence, I apologize for all this confusion. I guarantee you that my siblings consented to all of it, and I'd made sure that they felt okay, and there's no harm coming to them from my friends.
No, I fully believe that, Sarah. I don't think any of you wish to harm these two.
But I do have to also agree with my friend Vole here. The symptoms outwardly are showing a sharproot. However, there is an illusion that is placed that is not allowing us to see further into what it actually is, which is a poison. There I can see it pumping through their veins, a blackness that is going towards their heart.
What's more than that? I can feel it, Professor. They're in trouble. We have to hurry.
And so I rushed and I made a potion based on your teachings, and I'd like to offer it to them because I'm sure if this really isn't what I'm hoping it's not, I hope it's not hemlock. God forbid that somebody want to do this to my family, but if it is, then this will help it, and if it's not, I don't think this would hurt it.
How much time
do agree?
Derryth, how much time do we have?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just fucking winging it right now.
Professor Cadence, may I have your permission to continue forward and give my siblings this potion?
Yes, you have my blessing. Derryth, please let go of the watch. If you're right, the only other thing that presents as sharproot that is also poisonous is hemrot.
Hemrot. Okay. I'm gonna move towards my siblings, and I'm going to wait for the time bubble to be dispersed, and I'm going to offer the to both my siblings. I, of course, have made it as palatable as possible, which is probably not going to be. I mean, it's medicine, but I
They're
will.
12. Like they're not
they're
happy
12.
about the situation.
I will then offer them their favorite candy out of my bag as a reward for drinking the whole thing.
Yeah, they both will like take their drinks of it, and as they do, you see the black like slowly stops, like it will gradually slow down until the bits that are coming out aren't black anymore. They're like the like almost purpley color that your potion ended up being, and that's what's moving around instead now. Sort of like very clearly becoming an antidote and like eating up all the little black trails that were around and turning them purple as they go through, and then as they each land at the heart, they stop.
Cera just kind of puts their hands to their heart and then immediately pulls the two in for the closest hug they can. I'm so glad it worked.
Okay.
They're both like
both
sort
okay?
they're both sort of shell shocked, but like nod about it.
Deep breaths, my loves, deep breaths. It's
Professor Cadence kind of like watches the three of you together. I don't understand how anyone could have gotten a hold of hemrot. We don't. I mean, like hemlock adjacent. We take hemlock from like the non-magical world, and we do some stuff to it here, and that's what makes hemrot. It is poison, but for magical people, it has other beneficial properties, which is why it's made in the first place. No one just tries to make poison.
Professor Cadence, I hope you don't mind me saying right now, but I'm very agitated and upset that somebody would even think to do this to my siblings. That I am not of the right mind to give you any sort of information of what might have happened. Because the what ifs are just making me even more upset.
I got it. I don't expect anything. Sarah.
And
I don't
I
expect
would just
anything
like to
from
help
any
my
of you.
friends. I would like to help my family get home because they've
I
had a rough day.
I agree. Here. And she kind of like just snaps, and in her like now open hand, a like scroll will appear, and she'll hand it to Lexi. Um, these are instructions for care. Give that to your guardian, whoever that may be, when you get home. Um, everything will be fine now that you've had that. At worst, those little like purple spots will show up for a couple days, but it's
I'm
it's
just
so early that nothing could have actually happened.
I'm
Health
just
wise, you're fine.
watching, and I will then, as Lexi takes the scroll, I'm gonna just lean down next to them again, and just say, "Okay, so when you get home, you tell Claire, okay, what happened. You let them know that I gave you a potion. I want you to give them this." And I'm going to move and write immediately what potion I gave and what was in there and what to look out for. Let them know that there was an illusion, okay? That way they can watch over you, but you should be okay. I watched it take effect, and I think the potion's really going to be okay. I think you're going to be all right. Do not ingest anything you do not know what it is. Fair?
Fair, fair, fair.
I love you both just so dearly. Please be safe, okay? I'll see you soon. I'll write home immediately when I get in my room. Then I kiss them both on the foreheads, and I'm going to walk them over to their door.
When you knock on the door, because it's a visitor's door, so it can like be freely traveled versus your all's arrival doors, it has to be done from a very specific way to get here, which is why that's a little confusing, because your siblings definitely should know how. But to get them back, because it's you and you're taking like essentially they're going to your home, all you have to do is knock on the door frame,
I will do so.
and then your living room essentially will like pop into view.
Okay. As I walk them in, I'm gonna just kind of smile towards them, and when I get a chance, I'll make sure you all can meet my friends more fun. Like I'm sure you enjoyed at least the dog, right?
Yeah, Eddie's super cool.
Eddie is pretty cool, but I'll make sure you meet my friends in a more fun manner, more relaxed manner. Okay. She nods towards them, and then she'll step back. Stay safe, and message me. Send me a letter if you need anything. Okay.
They both just nod and like will wave at you sort of as it like starts to close again.
Mhm.
Professor Cadence behind you looks like very disturbed. Um, I don't. I'm gonna go check faculty labs, because that's the only place it was kept. It's kept for emergencies. Um, it doesn't make sense at all that it's anywhere where anyone could have gotten it, unless they were given it outside of the school and then they ended up here somehow. I will talk to faculty about it. We have had one emergency meeting already today. Another one will not kill us.
Professor
Why?
Cadence, can I ask you a question, please?
Of course.
Does anyone besides faculty have access to that poison?
To the faculty labs, it should only be faculty. Obviously the headmaster, but outside of the maybe 8 main faculty and a handful of our like assistants and things like that.
How powerful would a spellcaster have to be to create an illusion for a poison that you wouldn't be able to see through?
Like for them to carry around something that
They were able to fool you, right?
Sharproot and him brought present almost exactly the same. They're only like, the only true change in measure that you can even take wouldn't have presented itself yet.
So I guess pretty hard to tell the difference. And Cera just got really lucky, right?
It must be, unless you all are not telling me something about how you suspected it wasn't Sharproot.
No. I'm more interested in the person that did this getting caught. I got no reason to lie to you.
Professor Cadence, I am also very interested, and I'm sure my family would also be very interested to make sure this person is seen what they have done and justice is dealt. I will, of course, have to inform my family.
Oh, absolutely. I will also send a letter along to your family. Obviously, being your head of house, it does fall to my responsibility to take care of a lot of these things. So I will be off on that.
Professor Cadence, I do appreciate you.
Of course. Cera,
If
you
you
are
learn of
one
any-
of my brightest students.
If you do learn of anything, would you please tell me?
Absolutely.
She nods.
I don't know if you all heard in all of the shuffle. Obviously, you all were doing exactly what you needed to do. House meetings are still going to be postponed for a couple of days. They are moving up Fates exams.
Why?
Uncited rules from the headmaster. Normally we would give you all Fates exams a few weeks a month, but something has come up, and we are being asked to administer them in 3 days. So,
Why?
Derryth, I honestly don't know.
Who does?
Probably the headmaster and the deputy headmistresses, I would say. It became a very quick in succession after the Grand Hall meeting.
Thank you, Professor
Okay.
Cadence, for your information.
Of course. If you four need any help studying for anything, please let me know.
Help
They have talked about some changes to how they're being administered this year. I am not an administrator this year.
Of course,
them.
Professor Cadence.
So I can help you study as much as you would like, because I am not going to be there when you actually test. So
I may come to you and ask you for some material so that I can help my friends, if that's okay.
absolutely, anything you four need is more than fine.
Oh, Professor Cadence, if I can. And
Yes.
they're going to go into their bag. I was going to give it to you after our house meeting and such. And then they're going to pull out like a hairpin that is an Alexandra butterfly and just hold it out towards them. I made this for you.
Oh, Cera, thank you so much. It's beautiful.
You're welcome.
It is perfect. And she will immediately, like, she always wears her hair up in like some sort of twist or bun or something, and she just automatically like puts it in so it like rests back here.
When she puts it in, there's like a little small enchantment that lets the wings flap like as if it's alive.
Thank you so much. One last thing about your tests. It's something that the headmaster did. I don't know why. Please don't ask me, because I have asked a million questions and no one's giving me an answer. For some reason, they are administering either as a team or as individuals this year for the Fates exam. I don't know if you all would prefer to take it as individuals or as a team, but if you would prefer to take it as a team, I would suggest that you go tell them that very quickly, because they are only allowing for so many team spots. Everyone else must test on their own.
Sounds like we should hurry then. Looking at all my friends, we should probably be quick about it.
I think
yeah?
we would very much enjoy being in a
Yes.
team.
Yeah, pretty hard to break us apart. We should probably go tell them that.
I would go do that.
Vole is like really ready to be away from this professor because they feel weird.
After that, anyway, she will turn on her heel and walk, and seems to be going back towards her classroom.
If I can ask a question as she's kind of like moving back, is there a way, like, I know it's not an insight check in this game, but I was hoping I could do some sort of like understand a vibe check of sorts. Like, I want to know what their vibe is right now.
Trying to figure out what I made you all roll for that last week, because you
I
did
think it's a
ask
charm
for that.
roll.
Yeah, I think it's a charm roll.
Mm-hmm.
If you can hit like a 7, you can get the general vibe, and then like a greater will give you more info.
A greater? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll try.
So if you can hit a 7, I can give you like the general gist of what's popping off.
Oh, okay. What was the DC?
7.
I got a 14.
Yeah, you're good. This is fine. So as you like kind of watch her walk away and like walk towards her classroom, a couple of things like sort of fall into place, at least as possibilities, if not like, oh, I think this is definitely what happened. She in this moment seems very concerned and very genuine in that concern. There is nothing there that would make you think that any of this was purposeful or anything like that. She does seem extremely concerned that Hemrot somehow got out of the lab, which would make you think that she's probably not the one that took it out.
Yeah. I didn't think it would be her.
Yeah, and she does not seem to have any recollection of what Sybilline told you about. Like, does not like allude to anything she wrote about. Doesn't none of that.
Once she's away, I think everyone will also see in Cera that like bravado that they were showing. It just starts to melt, and their shoulders are shaking, and they look like they're like really close to tears, and just like trying to calm themselves, just trying to self-regulate a little bit.
You did real good, and it's okay if you gotta cry. Just know that you did a good job, and they're okay.
I only did a good job because y'all. Thank you.
Sybilline just like goes and grabs you.
Oh, thank you. You all saved them. Thank you so much.
We did it together like we always do. And this doesn't have to be the time where we talk about the hard things, but there are some things to talk about regarding that conversation with Professor.
I do believe that Professor Cadence is as she's saying. I don't think that there's anything behind that. I mean, that strangeness amongst them, when I approached them, they were like, they weren't there. They were just like those creepy kids in the movies, like when they're down the hallway. They were just standing there, but apparently they were talking to me the entire time. And I feel like that might have been the same thing with what you might have been seeing. And I don't know what exactly is going on, but I think there is somebody pulling strings.
Did you see something, Sib?
Yeah.
What?
I saw the 2 new teachers, and
those 2.
They looked worried, and Professor Cadence was writing in their book, and they were swirling around this tube of like black kind of like a I don't know, like a potion or something, and it had like green stuff in it too, and it looked a lot like what the kids have, and they wrote a little note on the paper, and I don't know, the professor didn't stop writing even though they like moved all their stuff out from under her, and I don't know, it was really scary, and the walls were melting.
I don't think Professor Cadence knew that she made that.
No,
Sarah.
When you were I checked.
Do you know how I get funny feelings about things sometimes?
Yeah.
When Professor Cadence got close to the kids, I felt it. I know there's no science behind it. I know there's nothing I can say to prove it to you.
Well,
it was
honey,
dangerous.
I believe you 100%. If you told me Professor Cadence tried to hurt my siblings, I know you wouldn't say that lightly.
I don't know if she did. I don't know. But I know that when the professor got close, I felt something else get close.
I will be cautious then with Professor Cadence. I'm very close to her, though. I mean, she's the first one I told I wanted to be a teacher here. But I will be cautious.
Is there any way that hairpin that you gave the professor could be used to maybe take a peek every now and then at what the professor's doing?
I mean, it has one of my enchantments on it. I usually put enchantments on it to make sure people are okay. I could probably get a vibe check off of her from it.
She also wasn't charmed.
She wasn't.
Usually, I do a little smile, and like I like straighten up, and I really tried, and I thought I got it, but
you're wonderful. Don't worry about it. None.
But she wasn't charmed.
She was calculating a little bit. She got to the kids mighty quick.
Yeah.
I will be cautious. I'm glad they're home, and I wrote a note to Claire, and so my older sister.
Could you do me a favor? When you talk to the kids next, when you message them,
Mhm.
can you just try and find out when they think this happened to them? Because it might not have happened at the school.
It's possible. I will definitely do so.
I mean, they said they didn't even know why they were here.
That's true.
Right.
They said when I ran into them, they said that they were gonna give me something, and when I asked what, they didn't know. I mean, what was it? I was hoping Professor Lucian would see it, whatever the heck was going on, but Professor Lucian didn't notice.
Also, I have written in my book about 15 times, Derryth stopped time. So
that is pretty impressive. I think
put a
that
pin
really
in
did
that.
halt my step a little bit.
And the professors.
Oh
Derryth.
yeah. I just, did my best.
You did wonderful. Thank you for doing that.
You also let Professor Cadence know that you're pretty powerful and more capable than they might have assumed.
Well, I don't really think that anybody assumes that I'm. Oh wait, right, that I am.
You got it. Yeah, we got there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cera, can I ask you a weird question?
Ask away.
Do you love your family like more than anything in the whole world?
Not all the members of my family, mostly my siblings and my nibblings.
Yeah. And if they got hurt, you'd be real upset, right? It's like one of the things that keeps you up at night.
Yes.
What's this about, Derryth?
I'm very nervous now.
Me too.
Well, I just had a thought, but I have to think about it more to make it make sense in my brain.
Should I go back home?
No, I don't think we're in danger. Yes, I do, but I don't think it's a problem right now. I think I just need to think about it a little bit more to put the pieces together. When I get the puzzle figured out, I'll let you know.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. We should go talk to the headmaster and make sure that we can get a team spot right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Where do we go for that?
If you're okay with it, I assumed we had picked a favorite professor. I just assumed that potentially Vole and the professor the headmaster had an understanding. Can I just know exactly how to find this guy?
No, I fully believe that you can. Yeah, that tracks really hard, actually.
No kidding, right?
I think that you would probably know that to do anything like this, he would probably just post something somewhere about it for you to put a thing on, not exactly for him to speak to directly, because he at 108 years old is drowning in meetings, and as much as he wants you all to have your freedom, he also would like his, which means he puts something somewhere for you all to sign, and then he comes and picks it up later.
Yeah, I turned to the page in my journal that is everything I've noticed about his schedule and the hours he keeps. We're never gonna find him. It's probably outside his office.
Let's head on over there and let's get our names on that.
That's good. Okay. Apologies in advance, because I'm probably gonna drag the team down. But I'm really
absolutely not, Vole. You're gonna be amazing.
Sarah, there comes a time when we just have to be honest with ourselves about our strengths, and it's okay.
I am nothing but honest.
I don't test well.
Well, that's why we're doing it.
That's why you have us. Well, we test well, and you are the backup. That's not right. You are.
I host
the support
in the house in Palomore. I could host some study parties, and we can have a pillow fort and some cookies and some tea, and we can study.
This sounds great. How about instead, if they throw a manticore at us, I'll go first.
Why would they? Why would they?
We do also have to know how to fight magic. I'm gonna go. I'm going to the professor's office. We can talk on the way.
I don't know anybody that's big enough to.
Well, I know that manticores need. I took a class on it. I know that manticores need a lot of care. So I'm but why would we fight one?
This is a conversation that I love that is happening as you all walk down the hallway trying to find his office.
Yep. This is why we're best friends. Because this is what we're fucking talking about.
We fill in each other's gaps, and together we are a whole.
I love it. When you walk there is there are lists of signups essentially for every day of the like Fates exams. So they happen over 2 days, but everybody only takes 1 slot to test. There are just 900 of you. It's too many. And you can see on the paperwork it says that Isla and Adara Breville are your administrators for this test. So they will be the ones watching while you take your exams.
I mean, I guess that's to be expected. They are the deputies of heads of school.
They mentioned that something was happening in 2 weeks, right?
That's what I remember, yeah.
And they mentioned that they're watching specifically us 4.
That's what I remember, yeah.
Yeah. And now we have the option suddenly to sign up to test in teams, and they are going to be assigned to watch our group, right?
Probably.
This is all connected, yes.
Test as a group.
We could just decide to break up. Then again, we kind of all did make a promise that I care a lot about that we wouldn't split up unnecessarily. So
I also think that it's important that we stay together just because I think that all of our strengths will definitely get us through whatever the hell they're going to plan for us.
You know what we should do? We should test as a group and pretend that our strengths are our weaknesses.
Oh.
Just to see if they clock it?
Well, mostly just because then it would throw them off if they're trying to get us.
That's true, but what if we end up failing the exam?
I don't know. We can always try again later.
Says the person who is 2 years ahead in school.
I feel like
Says the person that skipped 2 years of magic school.
Sarah is concerned.
I'm watching like
try again later
in Sarah's eyes. Like, I think. Sib, what do you think?
I just don't want to get in trouble.
I'm with her on that one. I don't want to do that either.
No, we're not going to get in trouble. We'll just,
Friends,
have to repeat the year, probably. Is that trouble?
I'm not trying to scare any of you, but I think it's pretty safe to assume at this point that we're already in trouble. We just don't know what kind.
Yeah, but
Why would you say that?
Because the teachers are closing magical doors and talking about specifically us 4 with a time limit of 2 weeks behind our back.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to scare anybody. I'm sorry. I know I'm being a little
if what
doom and
didn't
gloom.
happen just now to my siblings didn't just happen, I mean, I'd probably be like, no, I'm sure it'll be fine, but I'm really feeling a little pessimistic actually right now.
You're not wrong. I just, I don't want to have another vision. It felt so gross.
I just want us to keep our eyes open and our ears open.
Well, this is a good opportunity for that. I mean, the good news is that if we test in a group, while we're doing our testing, somebody can keep an eye on the teachers and maybe we can kind of get a feel for what they're actually looking for.
Do you think the new teachers will be administering our tests? Like, do you think like all our house professors will be there? Because I can eavesdrop on the Yaxari one.
Well, I know that Professor Cadence just said that she wouldn't be part of this, so that she can help us with studying, but I can just grab the materials that she's planning and I can help with that.
Okay.
I just don't think we have enough information yet to make a choice other than to act as we would accordingly. The second we do something strange or deviate until we know what we're deviating from or trying to solve, we give ourselves away that we know more than they think.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
So let's just sign up as a group. We're best friends. Apparently they know that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have 3 days to figure out what this is all about.
3 days.
3 days.
Oh my God! I just realized my parents are going to be informed of what happened. I don't know how that's going to go.
Are you going to be mad?
I mean, their children almost got poisoned, so yes.
Oh,
probably.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, they might not get the message until later.
Well,
I think
how likely are your siblings to tell them right away?
Oh, they won't be home.
Oh.
They'll probably be really, really proud of you, Cera.
I'm not worried about that. I just don't want it to disrupt anything that's going on. I don't want them to be put in danger either, but I appreciate that, Vole.
Mm-hmm. So, a team or individuals?
Team.
Team.
Absolutely.
We're
best friends.
Besties.
As you all go to sign your names, I would like to have one last small moment, and I was going to switch this to single cam. Like all day, that has been the plan.
Oh.
But I think it's personally more fun to see everybody's reactions live. Because it was going to be a single cam for Vole,
Oh.
and Cera and Derryth were going to take their headphones out, and Sybilline was going to be able to hear it. Now the question is, do I still want to do that part? Because that's kind of fun for me. Yeah, that is what we're doing. You two can go ahead and take your headphones out, and I'll give you a thumbs up when you can come back.
Sure.
Yep. Just a moment. You and I will have a conversation. I will leave this up so people can see Sybilline, because this is something that has not happened yet, but it will happen to Vole, and Sybilline sees it right now.
Oh, that's so cool. Come on now.
You sit on your bed. In your dormitory, you are alone. There is no light. There is no sound. Even out the one window that faces your bed, you can't even see stars. And behind you, a shadow grows. And this presence that you have not felt in years is now immediately beside you again for the first time since you were 9 years old.
Do I know it's here?
Oh, yeah. And he waits. He sits and waits for you.
You come back so I could prove my point again?
Oh no, I came back because I think you're probably just kind of fucking it up, kid.
Okay, well, you always say that. You got any new material for me?
Oh, I don't know. 2 kids with poison in their veins.
We saved them. You didn't get to take them today.
Oh, whatever. Barely. They become forgotten just like everyone else. So will you someday.
I'm not afraid of you.
You don't have to be yet.
You should be afraid of me.
You're a child.
And you're kidding yourself.
You think because a dog saved you that you're so special? Some dog gave up its voice so you could be here? Come on, give me a break.
I think you're lonely and it only took me a few hours to get you to admit it.
I think that you're sad and you're alone and you are willing to hold on to anything in this earth that you think makes you special for even a second.
I'm not alone. You are, and you can't stand it.
You'll be just as lonely as I am soon.
We'll see. Unlike you, I have people with me.
You do for now. But what happens when those people are just as forgotten as the souls that you left behind on that train? What about that?
I'll never forget them. And I'll make sure no one else does either. You don't get to take them. You can try it. I beat you once.
You beat me once with the help of a dog that could bark. You can't do that anymore. So if I get you back on that train with me, I'm not letting them come.
You go ahead and take that risk. See what happens.
Trust me, you have much, much bigger things to get to before you get to me.
Are we going to play games forever, or are you going to tell me how I'm messing up? What kind of game are we playing today?
Oh, well, isn't it just too easy if we say things like that?
Then what do you want?
I want you to be just as forgotten as the rest of them are. Because your friend, your little oracle friend, she's already seen all of it. She doesn't even know yet.
You leave her alone. They're not for you.
I'm not gonna have to touch her. She's doing all of it to herself.
Get out of here. Leave me alone.
Fine. Maybe I've overstayed my welcome for the night. But please don't. That when your little pocket watch gets to where it needs to go, it's too late. And you will have wished that we talked. Because I am the only one that knows what lays on the other side. That's where you found me, and that's where I'll be when you need me again.
Don't let the door hit you.
Wouldn't dream of it. And he just dissipates. You can come back in now. Hina! Yeah, I won't worry about it. It's fine.
Sammy just yelled at me. You can go back in.
Thank you, Sammy.
Thank you, Sammy. I was writing notes in my journal
Okay.
when I'm
so-
stressed.
I get it. Tonight was semi-stressful. I get it. Just like this much though, I wouldn't worry about it. I I will wrap us up with this because obviously this all happens as you all are signing the paper. So as Sybilline goes to write, her eyes go white and foggy. So you two see that Sybilline's gone for a second and don't know where. But before anybody can like exchange words about it, before anybody can ask, you see Adara Breville walk by. And she's checking each of the sheets to see who is signed up as individuals and who is signed up as teams.
I'm gonna watch her reaction.
She goes from list to list and she starts on the farthest side of the wall away from you all. And so she's like kind of scanning through each time slot and each sheet for each person. And like every once in a while there'll be a nod or a whatever. And she kind of is like not casting, but like you can see sort of something flowing like just as she's going, almost like it's like a stim or a tick of like her just going through it while she concentrates. And eventually will stop when she gets to you all and looks at Sybilline and realizes that your eyes are white. Is she alright?
It's been a weird day. Sorry to say. My friends helped me with an almost severe accident, so you'll have to forgive them. They're a little out of it as we try and figure everything out.
Absolutely. I'm very sorry to hear about your rough day. If you need anything at all, please don't hesitate to let me know. Yes.
Could I need a little more information about why the testing schedule was moved up.
Oh, yes, absolutely. At the headmaster's urging, my sister and I decided to accommodate. We obviously were supposed to have a month to get to know you all, to sort of understand what the best type of testing was, but then that got moved up for some reasons that are unknown to me and some that the headmaster has not specified. But that is why my sister and I have decided to change the way that the fates are given out anyways. That's why we allowed for team examinations for this.
Nothing's wrong, is it?
No. Nothing wrong at all.
I have a question. You haven't happened to see Professor Cadence around, have you?
No, I'm afraid not. We had a staff meeting earlier, where the headmaster asked for the accelerated timeline for testing, but I haven't seen her since that meeting.
Oh, all right. I was just curious. I'm sure I'll see her eventually.
I'm sure she's around.
I'm just
she's
kind of like,
more than welcome to help you study. The only people that are not are myself and Isla.
Of course. I already talked with her a little bit about it. I just didn't know if you've seen her since then. I'm going to be meeting with her to get some study materials.
Perfect.
I'm just checking on Sybilline if they're still in like the throes of this vision.
I would say that depends on how long it would take you to come out of it.
I think this one probably takes a little bit longer than before because it's not like when Sybilline is trying to have kind of an aura or having a vision. I think that there's shorter bursts, but when it just happens and something is revealed to them, it takes longer to come back because it's not something that they're choosing to do. Like normally she would have put her glasses down if she had any kind of like precognition or anything like that it was going to happen. Like if she was like, oh no, I need to do this, like she would have just popped the lenses down, but didn't even have time for that. So I think you slowly see her kind of come back and her eyes kind of unfog and she kind of just slowly blinks. And I feel like in these circumstances, there's probably a pass out.
Can I catch?
Yeah, I think I just sag against wherever.
I would definitely catch Sybilline.
Yeah, I'm not going to make you roll for that. You can just do it.
Whoa.
As you like fall to the ground, Adara is like very concerned. Obviously, Adara is your head of house. So if anything, she has to be like the most concerned for Sybilline, like outside of anything you all know that she doesn't know that you know. And so she will immediately like go down to like kind of meet you at the ground as you're like kind of gently trying to lower Sybilline, and will put her hand on Sybilline's arm and is just like under her breath like going through things. It's like very hard to make any of it out at all. But Sybilline, as you are like kind of coming to like while you are still unconscious but fighting to get back to the surface almost, you can like feel this sort of like lightness to your body almost, if that makes sense. And at the edges of your vision as you wake up, you see like the same smoke that you saw on the battlefield while you were dreaming this morning as you wake up.
Am I looking at this teacher? Can I spend my last adversity token to ask a question?
You can.
When I look at her, do I get a sense, especially like fresh from a vision, do I get the sense that she's concerned in a positive way or concerned in a nefarious way?
Concerned in a
vibe check.
I almost neither, but almost both. Like it is concern coming from a place of urgency in a way, if that makes sense. Like it's not negative in any way, but it's also not like out of the goodness of her heart. Like there is motivation behind concern.
I think like coming to and feeling this almost prescribed like feeling coming from her, like I immediately just start reaching out like to grab anyone. And if Vole like caught me, like I think I just like grab onto you and like look up at you and look over at her. I'm fine. Are you fine?
I'm fine. You fell over.
Don't let him talk to you like that.
What?
Sorry. I've got a really bad headache.
I might have something for that. I'll help
Maybe infirmary. You fell over after a vision.
Yeah,
We can go to the infirmary together.
Yeah, we know you're busy, Professor. We can help Sybilline get to the nurses, all right?
Okay.
I might have something in my bag also. I have a bunch of herbs that might help with this.
Sure. Yes. You all take care of that, and take care of her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure everything's fine. Times are stressful. It's your first day of the new term. You just get to feeling better. All right. And I will come check on you personally later. You are one of my charges after all, and I am brand new. But I need to make sure that you all are being taken care of. So I will see you later. Please give everybody give the staff at the infirmary just let them know to keep me updated.
Of course.
Being head of house and all. And you all are all signed up, I see, as a team. So lovely.
Yes.
I've kind of got the back of Sybilline's head. I'm not even listening to this person anymore. I'm just like, can you sit up? Are you ready?
yes.
Thank you again. We'll go ahead and handle it from here. I won't let anything happen to her, I promise.
Of course, if I don't see you before then, I will see you all on Thursday.
Absolutely.
Safe. And she will turn and walk.
I'm just watching as she walks away.
I don't trust her.
What's the vision
Derryth
about
is
her?
gonna look up and kind of make some like weird noises at the sky. I would really like Morel to follow her.
Yeah!
Morel can absolutely follow her.
Heck yeah.
And with that, as you all are taking Sybilline to the infirmary, and Morel leaves to follow Adara down the hallway, what you all do not see, but the camera does, is that where you all have written your names out on this sheet to be as a team, it goes from the black ink that you wrote it in to red.
Oh god.
And somewhere on Eddie's collar, the little pocket watch that he still carries, the clock is now stopped at 3.
Oh.
That's it. It's just a casual second
Sure.
episode. I didn't know anything about it. It was all great.
This is what we get for trying to have
so
casual,
good.
like nice, wholesome moments at the beginning of the game.
We're going to old headmaster to talk about our dreams.
I wanted to let y'all run and see where you went, and then I was like, well, I'm about to ruin their whole lives. Sorry.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Thanks, Raiders, for
loved
coming
it.
in at the very last minute. I'm so sorry that we are finishing up as you're coming in. Hopefully you liked the last 5 minutes of me putting them through some heart attacks, though. Hope you enjoyed.
Right.
And with that, I'm gonna let everybody go around one more time. Who are you? Where can I find what really cool things that you do? And what can I see you next on this week? Because I only have streams tonight and tomorrow, so I can go support my friends this week. And I don't remember what order we went in last time. Oh, Candace went first, so Candace goes last. Vanessa goes first. There we go.
Hooray!
Okay.
Hi! Excuse me. I'm Vanessa. I am one of the proud co-founders of FemGamer Party. You can find us on twitch.tv/FemGamerParty and on Instagram and Twitter. Same deal. It's FemGamer Party. Spelled just like it sounds. Let's see. What do I do? On Wednesday mornings at 10 a.m. ish Eastern, you can catch me again on FemGamer Party for let me say it 10 more times. Morning Initiative, which is my morning show where we ostensibly drink coffee and talk about TTRPGs, except we never actually do that. We just dick around for an hour. It's great. We have a lot of fun. If you want to come and hang out and spend some time with your queer neurodivergent besties, it's a good place to be. we're stupid. On Thursdays, you can catch me for my Monster of the Week mini campaign called Finnegan's Wake. That's at 8 p.m. Over on FemGamer Party. And then on Sundays, we have my persistent D&D 5e campaign that I run, where, you know, they're definitely not in the middle of fighting a giant man-shaped ooze. It's fine. I think that's everything. It's not, I'm sure. But anyway, it's probably most of the things. Follow us on FemGamer Party and socials and shit like that. That's where you can really find all of the things that I'm doing.
Perfect.
I don't remember who was next.
Hina. Yeah.
Wait, I didn't do it when we started. I got hold on. Oh, hi. It's me. My name is Hina. I go by GM Hina over on twitch.tv/GM Hina, where I run a few different campaigns. I run a Months of Week campaign, which is on a break for now, as some players deal with some stuff. But that's usually every Wednesday, where we play a game called Will Branch High Senior Years, where our teenagers are trying to stop the apocalypse. Because of course that's what they're doing. And then also on Saturdays, which is we just had a long rest weekend. I like to call them long rest weeks and weekends. We'll be returning on Saturday with more Wyvern's Mark Tales of Drestrea, where the gods are gemstone dragons and the heroes are trying to figure out what the fuck is going on constantly. And this Wednesday, I will actually, since I'm not playing Wilbranch, I will be actually playing Siren Squad over, I believe, on FemGamer Party. So I'm excited for that. And then Saturday you can catch me running D&D, which is usually a very dramatic and fun time. So feel free to come join us for that. But yeah, that's me. You can find me on Twitter at Hina Squirrel, or you can find me on Twitch, GM Hina. There you go.
I want to do one like Hina. Oh, hi.
I didn't hear you. Now I need to up you next time. I gotta grab a weight and do it next time. Damn.
I was so amped to go after you. No, hi, my name's Trout. My partner Adam and I make Trixie Wizard comics. You can find us at TrixieWizard.com and at Trixie Wizard on all the social medias. I played Vole Kaigan. Tonight, my partner Adam and I had a show on Stella Luna's channel called Bride and Blight. It was a Cypher System campaign, an underwater revolution story. You can find all of it on Stella's YouTube channel if you want to see what that was all about. Every other Sunday, you can find me on Emma Panada's channel for a Lost in Ravenloft game where I play a Muppet who is going through a lot. And I think that's all the shows that are going right now. More announcements about Bride and Blight coming very soon. And other than that, we are just posting a bunch of art, TTRPG art, commission stuff, Pokemon stuff, Nintendo fan art. It's all on our socials, and more of that is coming very soon, as well as an announcement about an upcoming children's book, what we're very excited about, but we don't have quite everything to share about it yet.
Excite.
Waiting patiently.
Waiting not patiently. I will be waiting here until someone tells me things.
Hi, I'm Candace. I've been Sybilline Brunson. Reluctant Oracle, very reluctant for obvious reasons. You can find me at Candace the Magnificent on Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube. You can find me at That Candace Girl on Twitter. That is where you will find all the things that I am doing at any given time. At some point in the next 4.5 days, I will be doing Pride covers on my Twitch channel. God damn it. I'm doing it.
Right.
They're wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm
so excited.
They're wonderful.
I've been really practicing and I just haven't had the time because I've been doing too much stuff. So hopefully I will be on the internet at some point playing songs that I have painstakingly learned for everyone and not just play them in my home. You can also find me tomorrow night actually not tomorrow, because today is not Tuesday technically. Tomorrow, you're not going to find me anywhere. You might find me, depending on what time, very late doing like chill Pride covers at night, maybe. But on Wednesday, you can find me over at Just the Humans channel playing Uncaging Nicholas, which is a brand new system. We're doing a playtest where you play Nicolas Cage, whichever one you want. And that's going to be pretty ridiculous. I'm going to be Vampire's Kiss Moonstruck, bringing out the dead Nicolas Cage, which is a softer, gentler, weirder Cage. baby cage. And then you can find me on Saturday afternoon, I believe, on Apochromatic Unlimited, running a game of Thirsty Sword Lesbians for the last official day of Pride, because July 1st. It's basically June 31st. It's fine. And then you can find me at a bunch of other places too. Just take a look online, because I know I'm forgetting something. There's definitely something coming up that's important. And then there's things that are coming up that I'm not allowed to talk about because it hasn't been announced.
Perfect.
Great.
And then there's me. Hi, I'm Mallorie. I've been your game master for this evening. I'm also one of the people that helps to run this channel. I do a bunch of the production and creative director work over here. I also write games, and I've got a couple that are out right now, and I'm writing 3 more because I don't know when to stop. You can also find me as a cast member over on Eric Frankhouse Presents on YouTube. I am a part of tomorrow's show. We do a 2-night-a-week Dragonlance game. I'm a part of the Tuesday cast, so I will be there tomorrow. I play Everin Blackmire, and she is not having a great time, but we are here. And then normally we would have Root here on Wednesday nights, but Kylie, who owns the other half of this channel, is booked for a podcast, so we are going to take the night off. The rest of us are going to rest. I'm going to rest because I need it. And then I am also the community engagement manager for Femme Gamer Parties in December this year. So that's exciting, and I'm getting to talk to a lot of cool people and do a lot of cool things. So look out for things on that, because I do not make any of the big decisions or the big announcements, but I am excited for the help I do get to give, because I'm loving it very much so. So, I think that's it. I'm not very busy or anything. I'm sorry. This could be more interesting or longer. I couldn't do any more. I wouldn't be able to sleep. But I think that's it. Oh, also, am I allowed to say words about the thing for you? You can't see that I'm looking at you right now. Yes, you.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Me?
Yeah. Did I
Okay,
forget
cool.
something? I've
No,
never forgotten.
I was just gonna say I'm also gonna play in Pride Never Dies for Hina.
I did
and-
forget something. Oh hi! Wait, gotta go back to me. Oh hi! I forgot something. I'm also running an event in July because I'm like, Pride should not be over in June. So I'm running Pride Never Dies, where we raise money for the Trevor Project, and I have 4 different tables and some beautiful players who are part of it. So yeah, it'll be great. Come help us raise $1,000 for the Trevor Project and win some goodies. I got a lot of good stuff, and Evil Hat even sent me stuff, which is still blowing my ED mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for segueing my way
You're
back
like,
into forgetting something.
I do stuff.
Uh,
Who am I?
What do I do? Who am I? What do I know? My whole life story every time I have to do one of these. Literally.
I always forget one thing, and I'm mad that that was the one thing I forgot.
I think that's it. I think I said all the things. I'm a professional, I swear. But anyway, thanks so much for coming to hang out. We really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. This is one of my favorite stories I've ever been able to tell. And I got 4 really cool people who somehow sort of like me to be like, hey, yeah, I'll come
I'm sorry,
play. And
sorta?
I was like, thanks.
Sorta. That is a
I'm
load-bearing
sorry.
sorta.
I'm
Come
sorry.
on.
No,
Look.
I'm not letting you get away with that. Sorta?
To be very
Absurd.
fair, I didn't know Trout when I asked them to join this
No,
table.
sorta?
So I'm allowed to say that one at least.
Sorta is also not applicable to me, friend.
Oh, snap!
Look,
You don't
apparently
get to hide
people
behind
like
your
me a
sortas.
lot.
You're
Damn.
a beautiful person, and we love you very much.
It's true.
Okay, what happened to the before the game talk of people being like, you can't say things like this? Why is it happening to
Uno
me?
reverse card.
Uno reverse card.
I'm so
Now we
confused
all have
everybody
to have an
else's
Uno
side
reverse
card.
card on our table so that when this happens, we can just flip it.
Dude,
Flip it out.
not tempt me. I will figure out how to add it to
Just
something.
like, yeah!
I will do it. Why do you have the Hello Kitty one available?
Yeah!
That was
Okay.
so powerful. I'm shaking.
Get wrecked with our love.
Get wrecked by love. No, wait.
You will take our
No.
love and you will like it.
I mean, look. I'm not mad at all the love. I'm just unexpected.
we're very aggressive with our love. No passive aggressiveness here. It's all aggressive.
With all of the aggressive love that we give each other at this table, I'm gonna go ahead and sign us out for the night because it's past midnight for 4 out of 5 of us, and it's maybe like a little Sammy. We can't make a TTRPG system that uses Uno. Don't
That's not
give me
true.
ideas like this. I
I was
have
gonna
3
say,
games
you
I'm
can't.
Friends,
running.
but not right now. We
We
gotta
can do
go to
it.
bed.
Sammy, give me
Anything
a
is
month.
We're
possible.
going to bed.
We're going to bed.
I'm
We're
going
going to bed. So, thank you all so much. We'll see you back here next Monday for episode 3. And in the meantime, love yourself, take care of each other, and go have a super magical night. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.